want some football?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Thick and Thin Sports Cast with your hosts, Nate Hanks and Travis Watson. We're here to talk all things sports and just have a good time. Listener beware, there may be some adult language. Now, let's get to the show!
How's it going, everybody?
Are we good now?
I think we're good.
All right, so I'm going to apologize again for those that we lost 2, so we had 5.
We did.
But,
we lost 3.
Oh, everybody, yeah. They go away when we start. I apologize again. This is Travis's fault, not mine. I had an important phone call I had to take, and he was sweet enough to wait on me, but he could have started. Jeremy could have facilitated, and I would have just did the Kramer and came in. So,
hey, I told him we should have started, but he said, no, we'll wait.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice. You know, something I don't do very often.
You are a sweetheart and a gentleman and a scholar, and Jeremy's the only one watching now.
Yep.
Hey, just 'cause I'm watching.
Doesn't mean I'm paying attention.
Exactly. What?
All right, so we have a fun-filled show this week.
Yes, we have a lot actually going on that's outside of football this week.
We do.
Surprised.
I went ahead and pulled some good stuff, so it's going to be a great episode. I think maybe we might have to update hockey standings and basketball.
Live?
Probably, because I updated on the 11th, and I think there were some games last night and maybe some current games, so I can always pull those up while we're going through them. But I think we'll be pretty good.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
All right.
All right, so for everybody that was going to be here to listen to Gail's news update from local, she had a very long day and she won't be on tonight. So that's first and foremost. And then we're going to get to our random sports news, and we're going to start off with the Olympics, apparently.
Oh, you're not going to go all the way through? Okay.
No.
So in the Olympics, Russia has been banned from the Olympics and other international competitions for 4 years.
It's about time.
Because of an ongoing doping scandal. The World Anti-Doping Agency says Moscow had covered up its illegal use of substances by the country's athletes after being given opportunities to get their program back on the right side of the rules. Now, athletes who have complied with the strict conditions will still be allowed to participate, but under a neutral flag. Russia will miss the next year's Olympics in Tokyo, the 2022 Olympics in Beijing, and the 2022 Soccer World Cup in Qatar. Additionally, Russia will not be allowed to host any major championships and is no longer going to be hosting the 2032 Summer Olympics in Russia. Russia will be able to appeal the sanctions, though.
That's interesting. Russia failed.
Do we feel like that's a fail?
That's a fail.
I feel like Russia just they definitely prescribe to the if we're not cheating, we're not trying philosophy. I feel.
Oh, they definitely fully invested in that.
Yeah. So I don't know. My question is, what's the neutral flag? Like, do they just hold a white banner?
It has to be just this plain white flag.
Yeah, they're giving up. Unless they appeal these, they're definitely waving that white flag and giving up.
But they're not completely giving up because they're going to be allowed to still participate. But it does make me wonder, like, do they have to go with the Soviet Union flag?
Do you maybe get back in their good graces? I don't know. Ugh.
So
it's interesting because you very rarely hear about stuff like that.
An entire country
is
banned from Olympic Games or international world games.
Right, because it's not just the Olympics. It sounds like they're also being blocked from the World Cup and multiple other things because they host a lot.
It seems like the only world thing that they're going to be able to be allowed to participate in under Russia is a world war.
They're pretty good at those, so.
Not as good as Germany.
No,
they do lose.
They like to participate in them.
In the other random sports update, New York Yankees. This week, the New York Yankees signed free agent pitcher Jared Cole to a 9-year, $324 million deal, which also includes a full no-trade clause, and Cole can opt out of the contract after his 5th year. What is up with baseball contracts?
They are ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Like, all these are like 9, 10 years, 200, 300, $400 million deals that are insane because you can't guarantee that somebody for 10 years is going to be as good as they are yesterday.
No, and I'm pretty sure if I read right, he's the highest paid pitcher in history right now.
Yes, he is. And it's insane what these guys are getting paid to play. Like, I know they play a lot of games. They play a lot of games that basically are useless.
Well, if you think about it, a pitcher plays every 5 games.
If that.
So he's going to pitch, and it's not like he's going to do an all-star game where he's going to or Iron Man it and pitch for 9 consecutive innings.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to play for
they
5 or
play
6.
5 or 6, and that's max.
And then you get your mid guy, and then you get your the guy after that guy, and then you get your closer.
Yeah.
So a quick breakdown. On average, per pitch, he's going to make $9,200
That is insane.
Just to throw a pitch?
per pitch.
That is insane.
What
did I do wrong?
He's going to make over $1 million per start.
There's a lot of things I
And
would do
that's-
for more than just throwing a ball down a.
And that is pending he stays healthy this whole time because those contracts are fully guaranteed.
Yeah. Which is unusual because guaranteed usually for the first couple of years.
Not
And then-
baseball. Baseball's fully guaranteed.
A lot of them are, but not all of them.
I think the craziest part about this deal, is the full no trade clause.
Yeah.
So if the Yankees want to get rid of him, they can't.
No, they can't. And he is the only one that has the opt out.
Right.
They
After
don't-
the fifth year.
Right. So if he doesn't like what's going on there, he can say, "All right, I want to go somewhere else. I want to make if I'm still doing good, I want to make another since contracts might go up. I want to make $700 million a year."
Right.
Something like that.
It's just insane. I mean, I would be happy with a 64th of that salary.
Yeah. Hell, I would do it for $1 million a year.
I would do it for $20,000.
Really? That's what you would get paid?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? You mean all I gotta do is throw a ball every 5 games?
For like a half an hour? Well, for an hour because the
Well,
games
I mean,
take so long.
Baseball. I was gonna say maybe for like 3 hours because baseball games are ridiculous. But
You might be at the 5th inning by then.
I'll be the reliever.
There you go.
I'll pitch last.
If you're
Well,
not
those
first,
guys
you're
make
last.
less, so.
I mean, it just doesn't seem all that difficult.
No.
It's not even like, and he's in the American League. The American League doesn't even, the pitchers don't bat.
No, they don't have to bat at all.
No.
The
He only
one-
has to bat when he plays a national league in a national stadium, right?
Right.
Yes.
So, where's the hard?
Yeah.
Just watch out for flying balls at your face.
Yep. Once in a great while.
Hit the guys you don't like.
Yep. It's not that hard.
The hard part is fitting that all in his wallet.
Yes.
Yeah.
And can you imagine the amount of bank accounts he's gonna have? Because most banks only insure the first 100,000.
He's probably got like a Swiss bank account somewhere.
Probably. That's what I would do. Ugh.
Well, the no trade clause is kind of it's a moot point because
Go on.
if the pitcher wants out and they want to get rid of him, he can say, "Listen, I want to be traded to one of these teams." A no trade clause is only valid if he says no. If they
Right.
get his okay, they can ship him wherever he wants to go.
Oh. Look at Jeremy with the facts.
Yep.
Oh, for those that don't know, that's Jeremy behind the screen.
Yes. He's on the other side being able to watch the game in full size.
Full size for the snack size.
Yeah.
Oh, so speaking of, I want to make sure we get this out early. If anybody wants to contribute to the show, thickandthinsportscast@gmail.com.
Yes.
We're on Facebook, Thick and Thin Sportscast. We are on YouTube, obviously, if you're watching. But if you're not watching and you're listening, Thick and Thin Sportscast, we record live 9 p.m. Eastern or 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
9 p.m. ish.
Yeah,
Ish.
except for tonight. But
We're-
usually we're really on it.
Yeah. Tonight was we were a little late.
And if you're watching this on Facebook or on a later YouTube, last week's episode will be audio probably tomorrow this weekend.
Yes.
This one will probably be up sooner. It was an issue where we went too long and couldn't upload all of it at once.
Nate, is that the first time you've ever been able to say that?
Which one?
You went too long?
No. There's been a few times, and I had to like fake it to finish. So
You had to fake the finish?
I did. It became more mental than anything, and it was difficult. And Saturday, we are doing a new episode of the Talking Stuff podcast.
Yes.
Travis will be on. I'll be on. My buddy Matt, who's
Yep.
been on an old episode. Jeremy, are you coming?
I may. I'm not positive yet.
Jeremy may make his virgin debut on Talking Stuff. And for those that are thick and thin fans, Talking Stuff is a show about nothing. And I'll be bringing misconnections, and we'll just talk about random shit. Sorry, that should have been like early stuff, but but yeah. So hopefully that was like the housekeeping that should have been done in the beginning, but I figured I'd just throw it in now.
Yep.
Anyway.
Oh, and we are drinking currently what are we drinking, Jeremy? You actually brought this.
We are drinking Mass Soul from Wachusett Brewery.
Yes. But
we are out. The growler's empty already, so
we're going to have to break into the other stuff that I had to pick up. You're very loud tonight.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Did someone forget his medication again?
No, I'm fully medicated. It's a work day.
It's a work day. He's medicated. It's Saturday should be interesting because that's when he's not medicated.
Which is the perfect time for that episode.
Yes.
So on the NCAA stuff.
Yes.
While I was updating, so I actually updated this week.
Yeah.
Not Travis. So everything should run a lot more streamlined. I noticed that there was a lot more divisions that we weren't accounting for.
Really?
So we've been reporting Division 1A the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then I also made a slight change on the independents.
Oh, okay.
So we can go ahead. Do you want to do this, or do you want me to just power through?
You're much better at powering through some of these.
So in NCAA Division 1A leaders board, we have the American East leader, which is a 21 ranked Cincinnati Bearcats at a 10-3, which I feel like Travis updated that because it's in red.
No, I didn't update it.
Okay, sounds good. The American West is number 17 Memphis Tigers. They are 12-1. Excuse me. The ACC Atlantic, number 3 Clemson Tigers. You might as well
just grab one for all of us.
The number 3 Clemson Tigers are 13-0, while the ACC Coastal, the 24th ranked Virginia Cavaliers, are 9-4. In the Big 12, you have number 4 Oklahoma Sooners with a 12-1, while the Big 10 East is the number 2 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes with 13-0. While the Big 10 West is the number 8 ranked Wisconsin Badgers with a 10-3. The CUSA East is the Florida Atlantic Owls, and they are 10-3, while the CUSA West is 9-4. Now this is where I changed up the independents. You know, where you put where the wins don't matter. I figured we'd just knock them all out there. So the Liberty Flames are 7-5. The BYU Cougars are 7-5.
Cougars.
The Army Black Knights, who will be playing the Navy Midshipmen this weekend.
Yes,
the Army-Navy game, which I meant to put in here and I kept forgetting. Go Army, beat Navy. The Army Black Knights are 5-7, and the Army Black Knights have beat the Navy Midshipmen the last 2 years in a row.
Really?
Yes, that's awesome because Navy always beats us.
Hey, turn off my mic for a second. I got to move this.
So the Navy tends to blur their standards where the Army doesn't. So all the Army guys are required to follow the height and weight requirements of the Army, where the Navy allows their linemen and all their people to get fat. So anyway, go Army, beat Navy. The Army Black Knights are 5-7. The number 15 ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish are 10-2, while the New Mexico State Aggies are 2-10. And my favorite team, the UMass Minutemen, are 1-11. Just to say that just because they're your favorite doesn't mean that they're all winners. In the MAC-10 the MAC East, Miami. Wow, Miami Redhawks are 8-5, while the MAC West Central Michigan Chippewas are 8-5. In the Mountain West, MW Mountain, number 19 Boise State Broncos are 12-1, while the MW West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors are number 9-5. Man, you are distracting the shit out of me with what you're doing.
We may have an issue with that.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Did you break it?
I may have.
Why couldn't you have just left it alone? All right. All right. PA Jeremy to the rescue. So the Pac-12 North, number 6 Oregon Ducks are 11-2. The Pac-12 South, the Pac-12 South is the number 11 Utah Utes, who are 11-2. In the Sec East, you got the Georgia Bulldogs sitting at 11, or they're ranked number 5, and they're 11-2. While the Sec West is the number 1 ranked LSU Tigers at 13-0. The Sun Belt East is the number 12 ranked 20 Appalachian State Mountaineers with a 12-1, while the Sun Belt West is the Louisiana Cajuns.
I'm impressed.
Sitting at 10-3.
Now he needs a breath.
He is out of breath now.
I almost got lightheaded and passed out.
Now that would have been worth video.
Yeah, that would have been a highlight. So that has been your NCAA number ones for the Division 1A update.
All right, so now we have the college football playoff national championship. It starts Monday, January 13th, 2020. Yes, that's next year.
Or just a mere few weeks away.
Right, which is funny to think about because it's concerned. It doesn't seem like it's been like that long since Thanksgiving. So.
No.
The first game will be the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans at 8 p.m. on ESPN and the ESPN app. The college football playoff semifinals at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Peach.
I almost picked up another Jim Beam peach tonight, but I was I got to go to work tomorrow. That's not bad. That's like a bad idea.
I have to drive home and let a dog out.
Yes. The number 1 LSU will play number 4 Oklahoma Saturday, December 28th, 2019 at the Superdome. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta.
Yeah.
This same stadium?
No.
Oh.
You have the
Superdome.
and this is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, so that's the Falcon Stadium.
Wow, they must make a lot of money to be able to do that.
What do you mean?
They own 2 stadiums.
No, they don't.
Well, if the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
No.
Superdome, New Orleans.
Right.
Mercedes-Benz, Atlanta.
Oh, so it's they're at both of them.
Oh, it does say Mercedes-Benz Superdome at New Orleans.
Yeah. I don't know.
Jeremy, you get on that.
You figure that out.
What are we talking about now?
So I pulled mostly all my information off of ESPN.
Yes.
So if you're looking at the agenda, it says that the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, New Orleans, for the championship game, and then this playoff semifinal is Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta. So figure out the name of the Superdome. Is it Mercedes-Benz or is it
just the Superdome?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it's just the Superdome.
Yeah, I thought so too, and it's weird that it says both.
Then again, everybody calls it just the Superdome. So
right.
The Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, that's at 4 on ESPN. And
I guess maybe it's a difference between Mercedes-Benz Superdome and Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They make a lot of money apparently off those cars.
Well, it's Mercedes.
Yep. The other playoff game is
same day.
Same day. The playoff semifinal at the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. Since we all know these kids are probably playing PlayStation. We got the number 2 Ohio State versus the number 3 Clemson on the same day. At State Farm Stadium, Glendale, Arizona at 8 p.m. on the ESPN and ESPN app.
So the next series of games are on December 20th.
Yep, the next bowl games are on the Maker Wanted Bahama Bowl is Buffalo versus Charlotte at the Thompson A. Robinson National Stadium, Nassau.
Mm-hmm.
2 p.m. on ESPN
And the ESPN app.
on the app, and the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl. It will be Utah State versus Kent State, and the Toyota Stadium, Fresno, Texas.
Frisco?
Frisco. It looks like Frisco if you design it out. That's at 7:30 on ESPN2 and the ESPN app. Then on December 21st, we had the Celebration Bowl. I remember there was like 3 bowls back in the day, and that was it.
Yeah, the Rose Bowl, the Rose Bowl.
The Rose Bowl. Then we had the
Jeremy, I feel like you know these.
you should know these.
The Cotton Bowl.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
There
the
we
Cotton
go.
Bowl.
The Fiesta Bowl.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was going to say the Fiesta Bowl.
Was there one more back in the day?
There were like 5 more back in the day.
Yeah. But like everybody has a bowl now. Like,
Right.
you have the KFC Bowl,
Yeah.
the Chipotle Bowl,
That's coming up next.
the Toyota Bowl.
So the Celebration Bowl will be the Akron State versus North Carolina, A&T, at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta, noon on ABC and the ESPN app. And then we have the New Mexico Bowl. New Mexican Bowl. The New
Is
Mexico.
that different from the old Mexican Bowl?
Sometimes.
I wish we would have gotten the Mexican hat dance for most of these. Because every time I keep scrolling through my drop list like, oh, where's the Mexican hat dance? And I definitely don't have it.
That'll be Central Michigan versus San Diego State at the Dream Style Stadium, Albuquerque, New Mexico, at 2 at the 2 p.m. ESPN and the ESPN app. The FBC Mortgage Cure Bowl. Oh my God!
You get a bowl. You get a bowl. You get a bowl. Everybody gets a bowl.
Yeah, will be Liberty versus Georgia Southern at the Explorer Stadium, Orlando, Florida, at 2:30 on CBS and just the CBS Sports Network. Interesting.
Yep. No ESPN. Apparently, ESPN does not care about whatever game that was.
Nope.
And I already forgot what game it was, so
What game?
I don't know.
Exactly.
The FBC
Mortgage
Mortgage
Bowl.
Cure Bowl.
The Mortgage Bowl.
What's the Mortgage Cure?
I don't know. Nobody likes mortgages.
Or they can bring
anyway,
the cure in,
Maybe.
offer them a mortgage.
Okay, so the Superdome is the Mercedes-Benz Superdome
Interesting.
So Mercedes is sponsoring 2 stadiums.
in the
Interesting.
same division.
That's unusual.
How is a German car manufacturer going to sponsor 2 American football teams?
Yeah, that's
Stadiums.
They know what makes money. Look at those cars. All they do is make money.
Oh,
true.
and that's a topic I want to talk about here shortly. Can you just leave things
It
alone?
was too springy. I had to take off spring off so that way it would stay where I wanted to.
Did he break something again?
No,
yeah,
no,
he's
it's-
breaking stuff that he didn't even buy.
Do I
I've
have to
taken
go
it
fix it
apart.
again?
No, I took it apart so that way.
Oh,
because it was
shit.
too
There's going to be
springy.
100 extra parts, and it's never going to work right again.
It'll work right for another 30,000 miles. All right, so next,
He means 2,000 to 3,000.
I'm not even gonna try to sound out this.
Which one?
The Bunty,
Chirabundi?
Cheribundi Boca Raton Bowl, and
I'm-
you get a bowl.
I bet that's in Florida,
Yeah.
and all the blue hairs will be there.
SMU versus Florida Atlantic, FSU Stadium, Boca Raton, Florida, at 3:30 p.m. 3 p.m. on ABC and the ESPN app. So they care about that one. And the Carmella Bowl is Florida International versus
Florida International versus Arkansas State
Yes, I need a drink.
at the Crampton Bowl, Montgomery, Alabama, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, and on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Then we got the Mitsubishi Motor
The
Loss.
what?
Mitsubishi.
There's a T in Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi, whatever.
It sounds like he's using an SH instead of TS.
You're saying Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi.
It's Mitsubishi.
Whatever.
There's a T. You're from
I'm
Massachusetts.
from here.
You say the T's. You don't say the R's.
I add letters and take away them. I'm from Central Mass. There's a difference.
He doesn't know how to read or how to speak. Just
Yes.
give up on that idea.
This whole English language thing is hard.
But you're great at drawing pictures
I am.
and using math.
Yes, that I can do.
Well, no, you gotta. He's not great at math. Ask him 10 plus 12, he'll mess up.
I need a calculator.
Well, if you take the 1 from the tens and the 0, and then you add the 1 and the 2, and you add the 2 to the 1, and then you add the 0 to the 1.
Plus
And you-
20 minus 5.
If you drop it down to the
divided
other
by
part,
80.
It's at 55, right?
and then you have to drop down to the bottom part, and then you have to draw a picture of a cat humping a dog, and then you add
Oh,
the
so you're,
1.
you're talking about this new math crap, right? The Common Core?
That's exactly where I'm going.
But you gotta be going 32 miles an hour while you're doing this.
The
Well-
answer is purple.
While a train is leaving Albuquerque, New Mexico at 32 miles per hour.
That I can do.
The answer is bingo.
It's always purple.
When in doubt, see it out.
That's going to be the Boise State versus Washington.
Oh, and for those that weren't following, we are talking about the Mitsubishi Motors Las Vegas Bowl.
Yes, that one. At Sam Boyle Stadium, Las Vegas.
Sam Boyd.
Sam Boyd, whatever. At 7:30 on ABC and ESPN app.
Are you capable of getting the next one? Because it's a letter, a symbol, and a letter.
Yes, the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. That's going to be the Appalachian State versus UAB at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, New Orleans, which we just found out they had that stadium too, at 9 p.m. on ESPN and ESPN app.
And it's also on the Ocho.
On the
The
Ocho.
Ocho.
And next we got the basketball stands,
Oh,
which we're
shit.
going to have to do live, but you didn't put a link there like I did, at least for you.
Look, I don't try to pretend like I know what I'm doing. I just copy and paste. But look, I got pretty pictures on this one.
I know, you got much prettier pictures than I had.
I did a great job copying and pasting, and I haven't I forgot what was up first, so give me like 2 seconds. NBA. Oh, there, I'll just go to ESPN.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, just open the app.
So
Why is your internet so slow?
my internet is not slow.
You got so defensive so quick.
I had probably the best since
My internet is not slow. All right, so
Now you're making me.
in the Eastern Conference, the Milwaukee Bucks are still in first place with a 12-1, while the numbers 2, the Miami Heat, are sitting with 11-0. Oh, sorry, hang on. Milwaukee Bucks are 22-3. The Miami Heat are 18-6. The Boston Celtics are in third place with a 17-6, so they lost last night. The Philadelphia 76ers are 18-7, while the Toronto Raptors are 16-8.
The Celtics are currently winning by 2 in the third.
Oh,
The Western Conference, you have the Los Angeles Lakers sitting at 22-3, while in the number 2 position is the LA Clippers sitting 19-7. The Dallas Mavericks are 16-7, while the Houston Rockets are 16-8 and sitting in fourth place. And closing out your top 5 is the Denver Nuggets sitting at 14-8.
all right. So next is hockey stands. You able to do that?
Yeah, I got this.
You got it.
Yeah, I'm good. My dad's a TV repairman. He's got an ultimate set of tools. So in the Eastern Conference, we're going by this first, not by division. In the Eastern Conference, you have the Washington Capitals sitting 23-5-5, and they are currently sitting first in the Metropolitan Division, while the Boston Bruins are 26-6. So they lost last night.
Yes, they did.
And
And they're currently losing 3-1.
Again?
Yep. Against Tampa Bay.
The New York Islanders are sitting at hang on. Go here. I'll just jump back and forth. The Boston Bruins are still in first place in the Eastern Conference.
Atlantic.
Thank you. And the New York Islanders are sitting at 27-2.
So that didn't.
So they are still in the second place in the Metropolitan. Carolina Hurricanes are sitting 19-11-1.
Oh, so they moved up this week.
They did. So are they sitting at the where is it?
They're
The
fourth.
Metropolitan?
They're fourth in the Metropolitan.
Thank you. You look
So
at the divisions, and I will look at the conferences.
So who's third?
Pittsburgh is third at 18-10-4.
So how is
It's point schedule.
Yep.
Points,
And
points
then
per win, points per
1,
tie.
2, 3,
Yep.
4, 5. So I talked about the Pittsburgh Penguins sitting at 4.
Penguins are sitting at 3 in the Metropolitan.
They don't have ties, Jeremy. They have overtime losses. They either have wins or overtime
yes,
losses.
but you
So
get a point for an overtime loss.
So the Washington Capitals are 23-5-5 first in the conference, Eastern Conference. The Bruins are in second, 26-6.
Yeah.
New York Islanders are 27-2.
Yeah.
27-2. The Pittsburgh Penguins are 18-10-4, and they are sitting where?
At 4th in the Eastern Conference.
No, the other one. I need you in divisions.
In division, they are sitting at 5th in the Metropolitan.
All right.
Pittsburgh?
The Penguins, yes.
Yeah, they're sitting at 5th in the Metropolitan.
And then the Carolina Hurricanes are 19-11-1. And where are they in their division?
They are 3rd in their division in the Metropolitan.
All right. In the Western Conference, we have the Colorado Avalanche sitting at 28-3.
Sitting at 1st in the Central.
The St. Louis Blues are 18-8-6.
Sitting at 2nd in the Central.
The Winnipeg Jets are 19-10-2.
Sitting at 3rd in the Central.
The Edmonton Oilers are 18-11-4.
Sitting at 1st in the Pacific.
And finally, the Arizona Coyotes are 18-11-4.
Sitting in 2nd in the Pacific.
And that has been your NHL update.
Yes. And now comes your thing that I'm not even going to try.
You don't want to try this
say.
one?
No.
So
S's are better than my P's.
It's Nate's P's.
Yes, Nate's P's.
it's Nate's plethora of peas.
Yes.
Plethora?
So it's the potent potential of perilous potencies perpetrating perilousness. And I'm not even going to go bother with reverb. So this week, I could have brought you sports like chess boxing, wife carrying, or even toe wrestling, and I am going to bring you toe wrestling at some point.
Yes, because I want to know about that.
Yes, these are all actual sports. Go ahead and Google them if you choose, but I decided to go with a sport that some of you have threatened to do to other kids in grade school. This sport is called shin kicking. Shin kicking.
Wife carrying has to be the best sport. You win your weight in beer.
Yes.
So shin kicking, per Wikipedia, goes way back, goes by shin diggings or purring, and is considered a combat sport that involves two contestants attempting to kick each other on the shin in order to force their opponent to the ground. The sport originated in England in the early 17th century. Again, this is from Wikipedia, so it could have really been invented after seeing two homeless drunk guys fighting over who's going to get the first crack at the dumpster after the bakery closes for the night. And is one of the most popular events at the Cotswold Olympic Games. The games include activities such as King of the Hill, Championship of the Hill, running races, and tug of war. The next games will be on Friday, May 29th, 2020, in the UK. Gates open at 5 p.m. Now, I must say that Thick and Thin Sportscast doesn't encourage or advocate any of you out there to attempt this sport at home, but here are the rules of shin kicking.
Well, we must know them.
Well, yeah, I want to make sure that if by some weird chance that somebody actually decides to participate in such a redonkulous sport, that they have the actual rules of how to shin kick.
Yes.
So competitors will be assigned bouts at random, with winners of all rounds gaining entry to final bout. Usually there is a maximum of 12 contestants. All right, so number 1, equipment. Competitors must wear long trousers or tracksuits and may cushion their shins by using straw, which will be provided. They will be provided with white coats representing the traditional shepherd's smock. Footwear may be trainers, shoes, or soft-toed, i.e. unreinforced boots. Any form of metal reinforced toe on footwear is expressly forbidden. This will now be checked both before and after your bouts. Failure to comply with results will result in instant exclusion and barring from future events. Stance. The competitor begins by holding his or her opponent by the shoulders or lapels with arms straight. The contestant will be number 3. The contestant will be started, finished if necessary, and judged by the arbiter known as the stickler. The stickler decides the fairness of the contest. A contest is decided on the best of 3 throws, i.e. 2 successful throws results in a win. How to shin kick successfully, because obviously everybody wants to win at shin kicking, right?
Yep.
The aim is to weaken an opponent by kicking his or her shins once the legs have been weakened, A competitor may throw an opponent to the ground off balance over a leg, provided that the grasp of the shoulders is kept. A successful throw involves unbalancing the opponent in the course of a kick. It does not involve kicking the opponent to the ground nor pushing the opponent to the ground. Shins must be kicked before a throw can be achieved. Contact must be made. A throw is not valid unless the thrower is in the process of kicking and has 1 foot on the ground. If the stickler deems that the kicker has made an unintentional trip, the throw goes to the opponent. If the kick is above the knee, the throw goes to the opponent. The first person to hit the ground loses the throw. The stickler's decision is final.
Well, of course it is.
So that, my friends, has been... Wait, crap, I scrolled too far. Nate's potential...
Why were you scrolling?
I just hit... Because I was going to go up to reread what I wrote. Nate's potent potential of perilous potency perpetrating perilousness.
Bro, what you were reading right here. How hard is this?
I flicked.
Don't flick.
I'm a hard flicker. I'm a flicker of hardness.
Yeah, flicker hardness.
I am.
Oh, that's interesting.
Lots of lonely nights.
I feel like we don't have as many followers and people watching as we usually do.
Right. I don't know.
I blame your guys' wives.
Yeah, they probably aren't watching us anymore.
Yeah, they're probably sleeping. Who is on? Anyways, if you are here, say hi. We'll be sure to talk to you later. So, news around the league. Le'Veon Bell. New York Jets' Le'Veon Bell was listed Le'Veon Bell, sorry. That whole English-speaking language with funky letters. I don't even know if that's English. Was listed inactive for last Sunday's game against the Miami Dolphins. Due to having the flu, on Saturday night, Bell was caught at a New Jersey bowling alley. ProFootballTalk.com. VivaProFootball.com.
Via.
Well, what else do you do when you're sick besides go bowling?
Well, usually when I feel better, I'm capable of jerking off.
We know.
It's Bell's contention that doctors told him he should get out of the house and get moving. So he and his family went bowling on Saturday night. He said he would have played on in Sunday's game if the team had allowed him, and it was the team that decided to make him inactive because of the flu, and that his only regret is that his bowling excursion became public. Ralph
Viciano? Oh, crap.
Viciano? Vicino?
I've been saying this all, the whole week, and even when I wrote...
So that way you would remember how to say it?
Viciano?
Viciano.
Viciano? Yeah, Viciano sounds about right. Some Italian.
Viciano!
Yeah, that sounds right. Head coach for the Jets was asked during a press conference if there was going to be any disciplinary action taken against the running back, and simply said, "What am I going to discipline him for? I can't tell him you have to stay in your house."
They are the team that did try to trade him after they signed that obnoxious deal.
Yes. Oh, we got an Amanda here. Hi.
I have people that like me.
Yeah. Mine are all asleep.
So neither of our wives are on tonight.
I don't think so. They usually are chatting up pretty good.
No wives, but someone for whom is being dated.
On Monday, the Packers activity
do you want me to read this one?
Yeah,
because
this is your
Yeah.
news.
And
This is your team. You're an
Look,
owner.
Travis will murder this if he tries to.
I was gonna say.
That's what I was hoping to do because it's the Packers.
This is the first time any Packers news has been on the show.
Right.
So, on Monday, the Packers activated offensive tackle Jared Valdir from the commissioner's exempt list while waiving fellow lineman Adam Pankey. Pankey has been previously waived by the team 4 times and has
Failed. Oh, you're supposed to have an F there.
Yep, has failed to make the initial 53-man roster final cuts each of the past 3 years, which landed him on the practice squad. As for Valdir, he will be backing up Brian Bulaga and David Bakhtiari for Sunday's game against the Chicago Bears. The Packers on Tuesday also worked out former 49ers first-round draft pick from 2016, Josh Garnett. Garnett played 15 games his rookie year. He also spent his second year on the IR with a knee injury and was released by the 49ers in August after playing in 7 games during the 2008 season. So that's fairly significant, I guess. Oh, before you get into Pat stuff. So there's been a lot of talk on radio about the NFL and expansion and all of that.
Yes, because they've been having their meetings this week.
Right, and I wanted to add that to this, and I completely forgot until I heard it earlier, and so we're going to go ahead and spitball here.
All right.
So let's say
what did you hear that we need to talk about?
I want to talk about expanding the league.
Okay. What are we expanding it to?
Well, so the NFL has gone to the length of trying to increase from 16 to 17 games, right?
Yep.
And they're making this huge push to try to get a team to be in England.
Oh, shit.
So...
Well, there are a lot of crappy teams with crappy supporting fan bases, so...
True.
So
like the Chargers.
No, they already committed to a stadium.
I know. They won't leave. There was a whole conversation about that. He ain't fucking leaving.
It's the Jags. They're gone.
So
they want to go there anyways.
So my question to you both, since we have two people here, is if the NFL were to decide to expand their horizons,
yes,
what are your thoughts about adopting Canadian teams or putting a team in Canada?
I think that would actually be more likely and should be. But the only worry is that Canada gets a lot of snow.
They do, but you can have a dome team. I mean, and look at Green Bay.
They would.
Hey, Buffalo's on the border. What's the difference?
It is true.
Yep. And Buffalo played games in Toronto, which is like an hour and a half away.
True.
And they stopped doing that because they were like a rent-a-team thing, and they weren't getting enough money.
Right.
So, and I think that's why the NFL is kind of pushed away.
But if you take some of these CFL teams and bring them into the league, maybe it would.
Now, would you...
But I think the CFL runs at a different time of the year.
They interlap. Now, would you consider expanding the league? So the CFL currently has 9 teams, because I decided to go ahead and look at this. They have 9 teams.
Yep.
And Canada currently has an NBA team.
Yep.
They have a baseball team, both out of Toronto.
Right.
Now, would you consider the Canadian teams, the CFL teams, being a farm league where they play in like the spring, or would you expand the league and take the 8 teams, drop 1 in each division, combine the 9th team into one of the other ones, divide their players and separate them into 8 teams,
and
then have 5 teams per division?
That could actually make it a very interesting league.
Now, if you do that,
and a lot of the CFL guys are people that didn't get drafted anyways.
Right. The difference, though, is CFL plays by different rules. Like their fields are marked differently.
They're bigger.
There's a couple other different things. So providing they go to American rules, say they take 8, condense 9 into 8, give each division a new team.
Right.
Now, would you consider restructuring or create a new division per conference? So you have a 4-team NFC team division and a 4-team AFC division.
That's strictly out of Canada.
Right.
That could be interesting. But then...
Would it be the Upper North division?
And then you could have your extra game of playoffs, too, because then you would have to have... So they wanted to add another game of playoffs. The playoffs are big money makers.
Yeah.
Whether you're hosting, you're the host team or whatnot, they are a huge money maker. So,
you're getting distracted.
I thought it was something important. So you would always have a Canadian team then in the playoffs, which they were more likely to say yes to that, because then they have the possibility of hosting a playoff game in Canada, which would be a huge moneymaker for up there.
Right.
Because playoff teams, people travel like crazy. A lot of people would have to actually get their passports then.
Yeah.
But it'd be like you watch a hockey game when the Bruins play up north?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
And so you think about the hockey games that are up there during the playoffs. You see a ton of U.S. fans.
Well, that's an interesting
at
point that
these
you make up
games.
too. Is hockey has what? The Edmonton Oilers, the Toronto Maple Leafs,
Yeah.
the Canucks.
The Canucks.
Was it Ottawa?
Yeah, Ottawa.
And then you have the Senators.
That is Ottawa.
That is Ottawa.
That-
Who's the Canucks?
Is that Vancouver?
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, Vancouver.
Yeah, 'cause this is each one. There's, 4 or 5 provinces in Canada or something like that?
You know, my biggest issue with this, or the league's biggest issue with this, is going to be the profit sharing margins.
Yes.
Go on.
Well, currently the team split the money earned by the TV broadcasts,
Right, in the collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah.
and teams that make more money actually have to pay in to the teams that don't make as much money to give everyone an equal opportunity to draft players and have the same salary cap. Well, now you add 8 more teams. Now you have to divide. You have to somehow bring in another 8 teams worth of revenue into the league. The teams that are already putting in a ton of money aren't going to want to fork over more money for these other
Right.
new teams.
Well, I mean, you and
And
I
then we
don't.
have
I
to
don't
deal
want
with
to.
fans with fans like this.
I could see them adding one team in Canada or moving a team to Canada more than adding a team in Canada.
Right, which was discussed. Which on the show that I was listening to, they discussed moving a team there, and they actually brought up the Chargers.
Yeah.
But the ownership from the Chargers was dead set on going to Los Angeles, and that hasn't really worked out for him.
Yeah.
They are the Chargers. Nothing works out for them.
But I mean, you have Green Bay, who's a publicly owned team, so they are completely different than all these other teams that have owner based.
Right.
So it's not like they couldn't do a collective bargaining agreement in Canada. And if you think about it, they're trying to get a team in
England.
England.
Which
Even-
would be even more expensive because then you're talking about these teams having to fly over to England and them having to fly over here and then stay over here for an extended period of time.
I believe at that point it would be they have 8 straight away games and 8 straight home games.
Now, one question I do have though is Toronto is about an hour and a half away from Buffalo.
Yep.
Now, if you add a team in Toronto, which has a population of about 6 million,
Something like that.
give or take, that's the largest city in Canada.
Yeah, you're not going to have any of those fans move over that way.
Now, the problem is, will having a team an hour and a half away from Buffalo take away from the Buffalo market?
It will, because currently a lot of people come in from Canada to Buffalo.
Right.
Yeah, you got a
so
ton
that
of Buffalo
means
because that's been their only team, and they've kind of like how Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, New England Patriots are their team,
right.
and Rhode Island.
Well, yeah, they're the New England Patriots. They're going
Right.
to encompass the New England
Well,
states.
we have Rhode Island and a third of Connecticut.
No, we
basically.
have up to the 84 line of Connecticut.
Yeah, basically in Connecticut, and then the rest of them are New York Jets fans. So that's kind
more
of
Giants than Jets, actually.
oh Giants now.
the Jets are more in New Jersey.
Oh, they're all Jersey
Or Eagles. There's some Giants fans in New Jersey, but it's Eagles and Jets. Depends on where
Ah.
you are in the state. Southern Jersey, you got the Eagles. Central Jersey, you have the Jets. Northern Jersey, you have the Giants.
Trust me, once you hit about midway down Connecticut, you're in Giant land.
Yeah. And so it's not unheard of to have teams that play close to each other, considering the Jets and the Giants playing the same
Now,
thing.
I would say the only thing that would make that work is, say, instead of bringing the CFL into the NFL primetime,
Yeah.
you play the CFL as an NFL farm league. They play in the spring.
Yeah.
So then you have a consistent rotation, and you have the players that may have been injured in IR for the season in the NFL.
Or the rookies that didn't make the starting lines that didn't play
Right,
much.
undrafted free agents, all that, or the practice squad guys.
Yeah.
They go over, play in the farm league in the spring, get their reps in, get playable, and then they play in the fall. They have potential playing in the NFL in the fall. Just like baseball has their farm
Right.
leagues.
You mean like the European League used to be?
Right, the ENFL,
Yes.
Euro NFL.
Yes.
The EFL, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was the EFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used, it used to be the farm league guys, basically.
Yeah, that's where Kurt Warner came from.
So, all right. So let's go ahead and say this. How many of us are in favor of the NFL adopting the Canadians into the league? I'm for it.
I think it would be interesting. I think it wouldn't hurt
Are you
anything.
for it or against it?
I think we might see.
Are you for it or against it?
I'd be for it.
All right.
Because that would add more games, and it would be.
Don't worry about that. Keep going.
I just went black. Sorry.
What's wrong with black? Black don't crack.
On a TV, that usually means bad things happen.
At least it's not blue.
No blue screen of death.
Yes, blue screen of death, but Windows doesn't have a blue screen of death anymore. Anyhow, I'd be for it just because I think it would add what they want, and it would be very minimal to get these guys to play by the NFL rules.
Right,
I think, because a lot of them do they do go there to play instead of sitting on the practice squad.
Right, and then if you think about it, a lot of the northern colleges, like your Michigans, your Wisconsins, and all that, those are Canadian guys coming over and playing in those on those things.
Yeah.
So you got the Canadian linemen and all that, so they're capable.
Oh yeah, they're
They just
more than
gotta learn.
capable. Yeah.
And actually, there's been training camps in England and Europe trying to get some of these big old boys
Oh yeah.
over here to play the sport. So we got 2 for it. Jeremy, the guy that nobody can see, unless they're fixing Travis's mistakes.
Yeah. Okay, so I am for it.
I feel like there's a but.
There is a but. There's
No,
always a but.
No, actually, there's no but. There's a reason behind it.
And after the spanking, the oral sex.
My thought process is, we all hate come February, football ends.
Yeah.
Well, the farm
But then we celebrate my birth and Smitty's.
and no one cares about you. But come February, now what do we got for sports?
I fart in your general direction.
We got hockey. Yeah, that's entertaining. We got basketball. Okay,
Well, basketball is ending by that time because basketball is during football.
Right.
and so is hockey. So
Yeah.
it kind of turns into a point where now we're
Baseball.
teetering into that baseball only time frame. If the NFL could push it to the point where basketball, hockey are ending, start it after their series, the championships, the Stanley Cup, the NBA Finals hits, start it the week or two after that, they could easily capitalize on all these fans that, okay, they put on baseball because it's on, but they're not really baseball fans. You could get all those people watching it every week, like we currently do for NFL games over any other sport playing.
Well,
Yep.
we run into another problem, or not necessarily a problem, but maybe a potential oversaturation of the market, which is the XFL
Yes.
is coming.
And it's
I'll
coming this
believe it.
year too.
I'll believe
Yeah.
it when I see it last more than one season.
Yes, that's true.
Well, they're making a second stab at it.
Exactly.
And did they absorb any of the AAF guys?
They absorbed a lot of the AAF guys. Actually, they actually bought a few of the AAF teams.
Yes, but
If I read correctly, and they actually increased their numbers of teams.
yes, but I've heard a lot of players who are on the teetering edge between NFL and the XFL are not going to the XFL because the XFL teams, if once they're under contract, are not letting them talk to NFL teams for any possibility of becoming NFL players.
Yeah, because they want to make the XFL basically the
Relevant.
Next, yeah.
But they don't want it to be a farm system, so it's kind of a double-edged sword.
Right. It might come to the point where they have to play good for whatever seasons that they are around, and then hope that when they come to contract, that an NFL team will come and talk to them when they get out of their contract.
Well, the XFL is going to have 16 teams. The Chicago Enforcers, the Orlando Rage, the Birmingham Thunder, the Memphis Maniacs, the San Francisco Demons, the Las Vegas Outlaws, the New York, New Jersey, whatever. I'm going quickly off of the search engine.
yeah.
Los Angeles Extreme, the Houston Roughnecks, the Tampa Bay Vipers, the Los Angeles Wildcats, the DC Defenders, the Seattle Dragons, Dallas Renegades, New York Guardians, and the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Well, I'm not going to care about any of those things because they're not a New England team. The closest team is the New York team.
Well, and that's actually why I didn't care about the AAF, is because there was no northeast team.
Right.
and that's why I didn't care. I didn't have a sense of ownership in it.
Right.
Granted, I'm a Packers fan. I get it. I get it. I understand. I don't need emails or anybody hitting me up about it.
But they're a new team, so you figure, if there's
I'll
one
go
of
with
them-
the home team. I
Right.
don't watch basketball, but I still like the Celtics.
Right.
Okay,
I
how many of those teams have current NFL teams in that area?
Well, New York, obviously, L.A.
Well, it depends on where they are in New York. New York's pretty big.
Well, let's look at it. So you got St. Louis, who had an NFL team
So
but doesn't now.
there's
So
one.
that's a good market.
Yeah.
You have New York has 2.
Well,
they have
is
New York,
that
New
a good
Jersey.
market though? Because St. Louis left because it wasn't a good market to begin with.
It wasn't a good market, but they still wanted them there. I think St. Louis would have been a better market if the Rams were winning championships.
Yes.
Every market's good if your team's winning championships.
Yeah, they used to not be even able to give away Pats tickets, and now to get one.
It's like $300 dollars for shitty seats.
The
It
only
is cheaper for us to go to Buffalo to watch them.
the only team,
Speaking of, that's the last weekend of the year, right?
Buffalo's here last week of the year, dumbass.
I thought we were there.
Nope.
Almost.
Oh.
The only team that can legit say they have fan base, no matter what, is the Browns. Because that team always has a full stadium, and
Detroit.
they never win.
Yeah, Detroit and the Browns, I think.
No, I
Oh.
think Detroit had a stint where they couldn't fill a stadium for a while.
Okay, so to go back to your question, Chicago has NFL and XFL. Orlando only has an XFL.
Yeah.
But
Birmingham
that's- or-
only.
But Orlando's
Orlando's
2 hours from Miami.
It's in the
2
middle of
hours from
Jacksonville and Tampa
Yeah.
and Miami.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got
Holy
three-
shit!
Yes, you have 3 NFL teams already right there.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that Florida had 3 teams until just this second.
Wow, welcome to the party.
We went over this a couple weeks ago.
I've been too focused on the 3 teams in New York.
Well, that's
Um,
because
technically
you
there's only one
forgot
in New
Buffalo
York.
was in New York.
no, I consider
y-
Buffalo
actually-
the only team in New York.
They are the
Well,
only team in New
technically,
York.
you were right.
Yeah.
Because the other two play in Jersey.
So Birmingham is in Alabama. They only have one one football team.
Oh.
Memphis has the Tennessee Titans, but they play in Nashville.
Tennessee plays Nashville, yes.
Yes.
San Francisco Demons. So there's
Tennessee's a really long state, actually, when you drive through it.
it is.
It takes a good 5 hours to get through, if not longer.
Las Vegas will have an NFL team, but the Outlaws are
They
going
will
to
have
beat them.
2.
So now they'll have an XFL and
Oh,
an
wow.
NFL.
Yeah.
New York, New Jersey is taking and they're playing in East Rutherford.
Isn't that the same place the Jets and Giants play?
You are correct.
Are they playing in the same stadium?
I don't know.
Probably.
I'm
They
trying
probably are.
I'm trying to answer your questions here. So then you have Los Angeles Extreme, which have 2 teams.
Yes.
The Houston Roughnecks, 1-1. Tampa Bay Vipers, 1-1. The Los Angeles Wildcats, that's what, 2?
Yeah.
DC Defenders, so DC and the Redskins.
Yeah.
Seattle and the Dragons and the Seahawks. Dallas Renegades and the Cowboys. The New York Guardians, so I'm guessing they're taking Buffalo's spot. And then the St. Louis Blue Hawks, which now is absent of a NFL team.
So
Yep.
there's one that doesn't have an NFL team?
Where are you going?
Okay, so if that's the case,
Yeah.
then that means there's when exactly is the XFL playing games?
I think they are starting. Oh, now you're asking something that's on the other laptop. Hold on.
Well, just start talking. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Bell starts.
I know they start in 2020. Let's see. When is their
They released a schedule, so let's see. February 8th.
Okay,
Week 1.
so they are starting right
after the weekend of the Super Bowl, I think.
Is that the
Week.
weekend? I think that's the weekend after the Super Bowl.
It might be the weekend right after.
Give me 1 second on that one, but
Yeah, because the Super Bowl's the second, so yeah, they're starting the weekend right after. Saturday and Sunday games.
okay, so that's not bad. They might get traction.
And they're gonna be on like ABC and Fox.
Yeah,
Wow.
in their early
And
games too.
ESPN.
They're 2:00, 5:00
Yeah.
games. They're not like late night.
Oh no, we do have a 9 p.m. Tampa versus at LA.
Yeah, but that's LA because it's
Right.
at LA.
Right. We got a couple of 7s, a couple of 6s.
I mean, a lot of 2s, a lot of 6s, a lot of 3s, a lot of 5s.
They're having a 10-week schedule,
Hey, watch your toe over there.
playoffs and a championship. And right now they're scheduled to end April 26th of the championship, East
So-
versus West.
So that might actually work because you're capitalizing on these people that a lot of these teams probably haven't played since the end of December. They've
Yep.
been watching playoff football, which it's great to watch, but if your team's not there, you're only half invested unless you're fantasy football playing or
Right.
something else. So you might get a lot of these people. It might work this time. They've kind of thought through and really capitalized on the time of year where
I'm actually kind of surprised CBS isn't carrying the games, considering they are. You got Fox and ESPN who carry.
And FS1
Yeah, FS1.
and ABC.
Yeah, well, ABC doesn't carry football games normally at
You're
all.
right, they don't.
Yeah.
So it's kind of surprising that they are carrying these games.
well, you got ESPN, ESPN2, ABC, Fox, FS1,
Yep.
and the championship game on ESPN.
Yeah.
So I feel like they have capitalized on the oversaturation of the market they've created with wrestling to really get a relationship with the different companies.
Right.
Well, yeah,
'Cause
because I
I
know the
guarantee-
WWE is now on Fox. They used to be on USA for the longest. Now
right.
they're on Fox.
They're
so-
back on Fox. As when I was younger, they were on Fox and they came off of Fox.
oh,
And then when I got a little bit older, they were Monday Night Raw,
Monday Night Raw has always been on USA.
USA, but Thursday night was on Fox. That's what it was.
Okay.
Thursday Night SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown was on Fox. When they were still the WWF, before they became the WWE.
Hey, WWF is always the World Wildlife Federation.
So,
we went over this. I know.
so I know I said there was 12 teams or whatever.
Something like that.
But according to the XFL website, you have Dallas, DC, Houston, Los Angeles, New York, St. Louis, Seattle, and Tampa Bay. So that's only 8 teams.
So I don't know.
So that makes sense why there's only, a 6-week schedule?
8-week.
8?
10 week schedule.
10.
Up 10-week playoff championship.
Yep. And we got, let's see, Thursday night games, Saturday so
Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
yeah, the week 9 and week 10 we got
Saturday,
Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
I wonder if
And they're 8 p.m. on Fox. That means they're taking Thursday night Raw. No, Raw got moved to Friday.
Raw's on Fridays.
Yeah, Raw.
No,
SmackDown
SmackDown.
got moved to
I
Friday.
was going to say, Raw's always Monday.
Yeah, Monday Night Raw. Raw is War.
I know because they took wrestling took over Last Man Standing spot, which I wasn't happy about. So now I got to wait till next year to get Last Man Standing.
Oh, cry me a fucking river.
So
I'm gonna do that.
I feel like
Too much TV.
they are capitalizing on
They only show 8 games per week.
4
Well, that's
games per week.
4 games?
4 games, 8
teams?
teams.
8 teams, yep. No buys, 10 straight weeks. Plus, yeah, it goes right into playoffs. So
Yep.
whoever plays to the championship goes 12 straight weeks of games.
I'm going the wrong way.
And it looks like they hired a new commissioner, so Vince McMahon is kind of just backing it, but he's not really.
Yes, Vince McMahon took a back seat this time. He is fronting the money. It's his league, but he is not running it like he did last time. He really wants it to succeed because he's one of those people that
He doesn't like to fail twice or something.
exactly everything he does, he wants to succeed at, and he failed at this horribly the first time.
He did. But
mean,
really, if
we-
you look at it, he learned how not to do it.
But I hate to tell you, we all remember "He Hate Me" as a name on
Yes.
the back of a jersey.
That's true. But he
Yeah.
ended up playing in the league.
Exactly. But
Who was
But-
he?
but yeah,
I can remember that he played, but I can't remember who he was.
exactly, who remembers his real name? He's always "He Hate Me" no matter what. I mean, even the announcers used to say, "Oh, he used to be known as He Hate Me on the XFL."
Rod Smart.
Ah.
Exactly. You had to Google it. Exactly.
Sure did. He's a running back.
So I think this has potential. The question is, can Vince McMahon front it for long enough to really get it established?
Right.
Well, I feel like they had a lot of backers, so it's not just Vince. There's
Yeah.
several people that have investing interest, and it's gotten to the point where I think a lot of people are getting to or feel like NFL has a monopoly, just like EA Sports has a monopoly on all the sporting games.
Oh, they
Yes.
do.
So I think now they're trying to add that competition. The question is though, is there an oversaturation in the market where people are, by the time the NFL has hit the playoffs and hit the Super Bowl, we're done, we're ready for the off season. We need a break from football and have something to look forward to come the fall.
So I would say yes, but the fact is they play 4 nights a week max. It's not in
3 nights a week max, and they play on, and that doesn't happen until week 9 in April. And by then we're like, I want football anyways.
No, I'm talking about the NFL.
Oh, okay.
You got Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Sunday until playoff time.
Some possible Saturday games throughout the season, depending on schedules.
Yeah.
So Thursday, possibly Saturday.
No, Saturday during the season is never happens.
This next weekend, I think there's a Saturday games.
I don't think so.
They usually start playing Saturdays towards the end of the season, I think.
Usually it's not until playoff time.
Double check, I believe.
Sunday all next week.
Then the week after.
That has them listed all as Sunday.
Yeah.
Except for the Monday night game. Because that is the game. That's when the flex schedule games where they can move.
You have a week 17?
Well, yeah, because everybody has a bye week. That week 17 is technically the last week. Because everybody has a bye week, 16 games makes 17 weeks.
Oh, whatever. I'm fine with it. The fact that there's an extra week.
There's 17 weeks in the NFL season, 16 games. Everyone.
What the fuck have I? Oh.
16 games.
Got
one
it.
bye.
Okay.
Everybody gets a bye week.
Hey! I hate to tell you, week 16. Saturday.
So they must have updated. So that means I'm gonna have to update.
Well, you got some little tack
16.
marks in your 16s.
Right. So that means tentative flex schedule games.
I believe the Patriots have actually been flexed to a Saturday game, week 16.
It's possible.
Actually, they are Saturday against the Bills on 12/21.
Really?
Yes, they are.
Are they gonna be a night game?
4:30 p.m.
So that's the afternoon game.
I almost went to that game.
I could have won tickets to go to the Packers-Bears game in Lambeau this weekend.
No,
Really?
the neighbor asked me if I wanted to go with him to that game. A few of the other neighbors are going, so. But I don't know. I didn't. Never know whether December 21st what's going to be like.
Oh, snow.
Well, it could be snow. It could be 70. You never know. It's New England.
This is true.
But getting back to the XFL, I think the fact that, say your team goes all the way, gets the first round bye, 19 games. So that's 19 weeks of football.
Yeah.
You add another 12 for the XFL. That's 21 weeks of football.
Mm-hmm.
That might be enough football.
Or 31 weeks of football, I should say. Well, guess what? Every other sport has 60, 70, 80, 160, 100, whatever games baseball plays. That's oversaturation. The NFL doesn't have oversaturation.
This is true.
And I don't think they will have oversaturation until they start piling games every night of the week where every day you sit down, you turn the TV on.
It is a game.
There's some football on.
But see, for me, I do enjoy the off season.
Yes, but you're still going to get an off season.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I don't watch college football. I could watch college football. It's on Saturdays, and I can watch the NFL on Sunday. There's no reason why I can't watch college. I just choose not to because I don't care for it, and that's why I didn't watch the AAF because I didn't care for it. I tried, and I didn't care for the announcers. I didn't like just everything about it. I just couldn't get behind.
Well, I think that's why the XFL is using legit companies.
Right, because
legit stations.
The XFL was only on ESPN2, I think, right?
I think it was on a weird station. I don't think it was on even ESPN. I think it was on like a USA or something.
Yeah, it wasn't good announcers. It was just awful. Where if it's Fox, they're going to use decent announcers. They're going to because Fox doesn't want to look bad. If it's on ABC, ABC has been trying to get the NFL teams for so long. They had a Thursday night contract, I think, for a little while.
Now
and then they lost it recently because who plays
Fox has Thursday night now.
No, well, Fox and the NFL for a while it was just on the NFL.
I thought ESPN had Thursday night. ESPN
look up at the corner, NFL Network and Fox.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's Thursday night.
Hey, it is Thursday night. Welcome to the party, Nate. Welcome to the party.
I just show up. I'm the cute face.
Keep trying.
I don't have to try. I just do.
So it might turn, the announcers might be better.
Now, I have a hypothetical.
The FS1 and FS2 is when I worry about the announcers, but those are still technically Fox.
Well, I have a question.
Yes.
So we talked about the NFL absorbing CFL.
Yeah.
Now, what if the XFL and CFL were to merge? This is saying that the XFL takes off.
Yeah.
They do a successful season. They schedule for a second season who plays in the spring.
Yeah.
That would make the most sense.
Now, you have 8 XFL teams. You have 8 or 9 CFL.
Yeah.
You have to absorb one, or the XFL picks up a 9th. And then you now have 9 CFL. You have 9 XFL.
So 18 teams,
Right.
a lot more games.
You have more games. You have more overlap. You do the exact same thing where you play your conference games. You play another 4 games with a different conference, and you play 2 non-consecutive games, just like the NFL does. And then you set the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then do it that way. You still have the CFL and the XFL, keep their names, but you have them playing the same rule base. Now you actually have a legit
Football league
that is comparable or comparable to the NFL.
I
Right.
think if they do that, they need to leave a gap after the Super Bowl.
Now,
Yeah.
You need like a month or so where,
You have no football.
because right after the Super Bowl, you're like, okay, great, all right, football's over, whatever. The first week's kind of rough.
right.
Week 2, week 3, week 4, you're like, okay, yep, football's over. Week 5, you start fiending. You're like, okay, I'm ready for football to be back.
I'm ready for Sundays to be back where I
Because
can.
I want Sunday football. I want to sit down. I want to relax on the couch. I want to watch some football. I want
to play my fantasy leagues and.
to exactly. You incorporate fantasy football into the XFL/CFL merger that you're hypothetically talking about.
Yeah, because then you can have like the XFC and the XFA, and then you can have the XFL.
Right.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or the XFN and the XFS.
I was gonna say North and South would probably be
Yeah,
better option.
Extreme Football North, Extreme Football South,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the Extreme Football League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be that would probably be the best bet if they can make it through this one season.
Right. The problem is they have to make it past a season,
Right.
I think
which they didn't do the first time. The AAF
No,
didn't do.
The XFL made it through one season, but their viewership was so low they didn't get renewed for. They didn't make the money that they
Right.
needed to be able to do a second season.
Now, I feel like anybody that's going to try to compete with the NFL in America is going to lose money in the first few seasons.
But it was so bad.
Well, I think the issue is you can't compete with the NFL. You need to do it opposite seasons. You need to do it during their downtime,
Right.
during their free agency crap and all that other BS. Which, okay, because you're a football addict, you listen to it, you want to talk about it, but in actuality, you don't give a fuck. You just want games being played in front of your face.
It's true because until I started doing this, where I had to pay attention more to football, I never watched any games other than the Pats games and and the New Orleans games. And I'd watch Green Bay every once in a while just to make sure that Nate's team lost. And now I find myself, I put on football first thing Sunday. When the first game comes on at 1 o'clock, I have one on the TV, and I'm watching flipping back and forth on it my phone.
Now, I have I'm going to make this even more hypothetical and crazy.
Oh, geez, here we go. So we're going 4.5 hours tonight, boys.
XFL has 8 teams.
Yes.
AAF had 8 teams. The CFL has 9 teams.
Yes.
What if
They put them all in the one?
one big 24 teams, instead of trying to make a small league, make a small league, make a small league, make a big league, all the investors from all these leagues just dump into one pot and make a 24-team league?
That gives you 12 games every weekend.
Well, at that point,
But
you'd
then you
probably
get bye
do-
weeks?
You'd probably add bye
You'd
weeks.
have to
You'd
add
probably,
a bye week.
You'd probably have. It all depend on scheduling, but you'd want bye week. You'd probably do.
Because if they could get that XFL TV schedule
Yeah.
with those networks starting, start in February?
Starts
Yeah.
in February.
So start it in March.
Yeah, start in March.
Start April 1st. First week in April.
Why are you going to start on April Fool's Day?
Because you think about you're playing in some of these places are very hot during the summer.
Yeah, well, suck
Like-
it up.
And some of them are very cold in the winter.
Exactly.
Right. But if you start in March,
But think about
you're doing that not
think
during
about
that
Canada.
nice time of the year.
Think about Canada in March. Northern Canada in March.
So you don't play any games in Canada until after April.
So now
Well, so let's say you start in March. So you
Yeah.
have March, April, May, June, July, right? That's
Yeah.
5 weeks,
Yeah.
5 months.
That's a
The
lot.
NFL plays 5 months.
Yes. But because
And
there's
then
so
you
many more
have
teams, so they
July-
could probably get away with playing 4 months.
So you get you have all of February off. You start in March, then you have July, August, September starts preseason, right?
Right.
And then the league starts.
See, August is just too hot.
July is fucking hot.
Yeah,
But they're not
it's-
playing in July.
you start.
They finish in July.
So yeah.
Well,
if-
no, you start March, April, May, June.
Yeah.
You condense it. You make it.
So 12 games, 12 weeks. Then you have a playoff and probably 2 weeks of playoffs and a championship because
No, you go 16 weeks.
Well, they don't have a Pro Bowl, so they can go 3 weeks of playoffs and then
They
go
can-
into the Super Bowl.
right.
Playoffs.
Pro Bowl?
What's a Pro Bowl?
You got to be a pro to be in a Pro Bowl.
Nobody watches the Pro Bowls from here.
No one's watched that for years. They've tried everything they can. It's a lost
I
cause.
enjoyed it when it was after the Super Bowl.
Yes, because it was you lost football. You wanted football,
You said I didn't have to adjust
Turn
your
it down
stuff.
just a hair.
and
There
that
you go. You touched it before.
that is why I think starting after the NFL season ends is ideal for the XFL.
Well, they're starting, what, February 9th?
They're starting the weekend right after
Yes,
the Super Bowl.
8th.
Yes.
So they really should wait until the last week of February when people actually
Yeah, where their week 4 schedule starts, the February 29th, March 1st, that should be week 1.
yeah.
Let people fiend for a little bit. Let them.
But I think
get
maybe,
over the
football.
NFL season.
but maybe they're trying to hold on to
Yeah, they're trying to
The-
capitalize on the people still addicted to it.
right.
right.
I guarantee if they get fantasy XFL going,
Oh, and they will.
fantasy football for the XFL, it
Oh,
will.
the-
If
it
they
will.
can get into like DraftKings and all that crap,
Oh,
that,
it will.
that's-
It will.
They'll get
easily.
into DraftKings because that is easier because most of these guys are players we don't know.
Well, yeah,
It
you're going to
doesn't
go
matter,
into the
though.
sports betting. Sports betting is where it's at.
Right.
As soon as you get people betting on it consistently, it now has a market.
Right. You got to
Right.
get Vegas involved.
You got to get Vegas. You got to get all these different.
Well, that's why
online
they put a
betting
team
things.
in. No, they don't have a team in Vegas.
Yes, they do.
XFL does.
Not according to this.
Oh, then they had a team in Vegas.
Unless that's the old set of teams.
They have
Hang on.
L.A.
They do not. They have Dallas, D.C., Houston, Los Angeles, New York, St. Louis, Seattle, and Tampa.
I wonder if that was the old set of teams that from before.
That might have been.
I don't know. I got nothing.
Because we had Seattle, D.C., L.A., Houston,
But
Tampa Bay.
still, the only place that doesn't have a team is St. Louis. So I mean,
St. Louis has a team. Or not an NFL team.
that's what I'm saying. The only place that doesn't have an NFL
Right.
team is St. Louis, which I think is going to be the hard part with selling merchandise.
Well, maybe they're trying to capitalize on the fact that St. Louis had a team and they lost them, and they're
They
trying
left.
trying to pick the broken-hearted St. Louis fans that want to
have a home team. to
have
cheer-
a
cheer for.
professional sports team.
Well, I agree that's why they're going there, but the other 7 locations is going to be a hard sell for all the merchandise that they're going to try and push.
Right.
Because
Right.
let's face it, these teams make a shit ton of money on merchandise.
Oh, yes, they
And
do.
you're going into some big markets with some already well-established teams that already have a
Yeah.
surplus of followers that are obsessed with their team. So trying to get them to jump ship, I mean, because
They
the
may not
fact it
jump
is
ship,
the
but-
off season,
So
it
they-
might be worth it.
Yeah, because it's
But-
off 2 different times. It might be worth it.
But the merchandise, I think, will still be lacking because people aren't going to be willing to drop all that kind of money on merchandise for a team with out really few seasons in, maybe. But till then, it's going to be a hard sell.
Now, my question is, what team are we going to go ahead and back in this XFL?
I'm going to go with the I don't give a fucks.
That's not
I
that's not
can't,
allowed.
I can't cheer for anybody from New York, so
You know, if anything, I would go with. That's a hard choice. I think I'm gonna have to look at the teams a little more. Let me pull out some mascots. Let's choose by mascot here.
So I'm thinking that I might be a Wildcats fan. They're LA, but I mean, we got the Wildcats here and the Panthers. They seem like I almost thought about the Roughnecks, but who wants to be fans of skilled unlaborers?
Hey, wait! Wasn't those Rico
Those are-
Roughnecks?
Those were Rico's Roughnecks.
We got the DC Defenders.
I don't know. I
the
always
re-
like dragons. I got one of my shoulder blades.
The
so
Renegades.
I hate snakes, so I'm not going to be a Tampa Bay Vipers fan.
Nope.
We got the Seattle Battlehawks.
The funny part is the Roughnecks always looks like the old Oilers.
I was thinking the
symbols.
exact same thing. Houston Oilers, Houston Roughnecks.
Yeah. Well, they couldn't because I think the NFL still owns the rights to the Oilers name.
They do, and they own the right to the actual emblem.
So that could be why they had to go with Roughnecks. Is that's what that everybody calls them is
Yeah.
Roughnecks.
Nate, I think we should go back to Dallas, do the Renegades, so we can be Dallas fans again.
All right. Well, now that we've thoroughly,
I don't know. The St. Louis Battlehawks looks horrible.
Why do you think they look horrible?
It's wings with a sword. Although the DC Defenders look worse, and the Vipers just look horrible too.
I will say the Guardians look pretty badass, but why
They
does
do.
it look like the Sphinx with teeth?
Yep. I mean, the Seattle Dragons don't look too bad.
And the LA Wildcats is just LA. Like you couldn't
Yeah.
put a cat on there.
No, it's an LA team. It has to say LA.
And
Yeah.
why are the Renegades look like bandits? Why isn't it Dallas Bandits?
Because
That
that's
would-
my dog.
And I still the DC Defenders just doesn't sound right.
no, not at all.
Like I don't want to say like the DC Constitution, but that seems more appropriate than the DC Defenders. Or how about like the DC Litigators?
They should have called them the DC Chiefs. Since the Redskins apparently is not a PA.
I almost said something, but I'm gonna go ahead and let that one go.
All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Are we moving on?
So I guess in theory,
Keep changing that.
I don't know. You're the one playing with stuff.
stop touching things.
Anyhow, so let's move. Since we've kind of destroyed it all, so we'll see what that turns out to. I think.
So I'm hoping it does become a actual league and maintain some credibility in multiple seasons to see where it can actually go.
It'll be interesting to see what happens.
I like the fact that we totally speculated what could happen and what should happen.
Right.
And I really hope that somebody of significant importance heard what we talked about, even though I doubt that anybody.
To a
of-
24 to 26 team league created by multiple different other existing leagues
We'll have
comes
to
around.
we'll have to tag the wrestling this week for it.
I honestly think that makes the most. The
Well,
AAF failed, the XFL failed.
Yeah.
The CFL
thing.
is
They've been going.
teetering.
Yeah, they've been on the brink for a while.
We got to tag all of them in this post this week.
Yeah.
and if they come out with it and start doing it, it's all us.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
We want recognition for that because we talked about it first.
Well,
We want to be there for the announcing.
my proposed sponsorship to Wachusett was we'll put a banner up.
Yep.
We'll even wear T-shirts. All we ask is that they refill the growlers that we paid for
Yep.
with free beer for the show.
So it costs them what, $30 a week?
If that.
$9
Yeah,
$9 to fill a growler.
Well,
Yeah.
no, they can't fill one a week.
Well, one per show.
Yeah, we usually do one growler per
No,
week.
well, that's with two of you.
That is true.
That's true.
So now we need two growlers per week because there's three of us.
That's a lot more beer than we're used to drinking.
We
I-
finished the first one before we started today.
This is true because everybody's here early and I was still setting up things.
It's true. Well, I tried to publish last week's episode, but whoops.
Yeah.
That's what we get for going long.
And we're going to keep going along if we keep going like this.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get back on
All
schedule.
right.
So how about them cheaters? I mean, Patriots.
You mean the photographers?
Yes. So the Pats are back in the news for the second for a second videotaping
Kissing
scandal
brainless, dickless, hopeless,
involving the
heartless,
team
fat-ass,
encompassed
bug-eyed,
the NFL
stiff-legged,
news cycle
spiny-lipped,
between Week 14 and 15.
rookie shit he is.
During Week 14, the Pats sent a video team to Cleveland to film a documentary on the advanced scout who was at the game. Watching the Browns and Bengals play, the Bengals set to play the Patriots in Week 15. The online documentary was part of a Do Your Job series that exists on the Patriots website. Previously, they profiled a dietitian and the training staff and the video department. The next job for documentation was apparently an advanced scout who was visiting the Bengals-Browns game to prepare for a report for Bill Belichick on the 1-8 Bengals.
1-11.
1-11. Yes.
My question: the Patriots are playing the Bengals this weekend.
Yes, they are.
Why?
Why are they playing them?
No. Why would the Patriots send a video crew to videotape the Bengals calls when the Bengals are 1-11 and have zero chance of going anywhere? They're not even in the conference, and the Patriots have already lost their first position.
Oh, so it gets better.
Oh, it gets better?
The Patriots sent
Go on.
third-party video contractor, so he's not even from here, to Cleveland for the shoot. They were credentialed by the Browns, but the Bengals and the NFL were not made aware, which is kind of the Browns' fault.
I agree.
By-
the Browns
By
totally
either
took
the
a number 2 on
Patriots
that one.
or the Browns. And
Right.
yes, the Pats probably should have said something to the NFL. Hey, we're going to be filming our advanced scout for part
Yeah,
of
because
the
it's part of a
job.
web series
Right.
called
And-
Do Your Job. Did
yeah,
you already talk about that?
Do your job.
Okay.
And nobody kind of knew what he was doing there. All they remember is a Bengal staffer spotted the Patriots.com credential cameraman with Boston Bruins gear on.
I thought they had Patriots gear on.
No, they had Bruins gear on. So basically, this guy he's from Cleveland, and
Okay.
he just had Bruins gear.
Sorry, I just noticed you flipped your mic.
I had to because I had to move it like this.
Sorry, I may be late to this, but I just noticed.
You can try it.
What the hell is that?
It's
Oh,
it's really interesting.
you want to grab me another one of?
You need this.
I need a refill of the beer that shall not be named because it's famous.
Yes.
Thanks.
So
How have I drank more than you, and I actually have to go somewhere after this?
I've had a long day.
What? Go on.
The cameraman was allegedly proceeded to point his camera at the Bengals coaching staff and sideline for essentially the entire quarter, the first quarter. At this point, the employee watching the camera got media relations who got security, and things got a little awkward.
So I know what they really filmed. You want to hear the audio from what they really filmed?
Yes.
Oh, there's a black cat has taken the field. A black cat is running.
It was
from the 20
important.
to the
It
near
was
side of the
important.
10. From
They
the 39 in Dallas,
they
there's
were
a
in
short throw down the middle
Cleveland
by Ingram.
and filming the
On to the
Bengals,
35,
and this
to the
is
30. Now
the
the
cat that
running
they
the other
got.
way. And so
Yeah.
is Ingram at the 30 to the
I
25
felt
to
like
the
it was
24
important to make
yard
sure that
line of the
they were
Dallas Cowboys.
sure of what the
It's a
cat
catch
was
at
that they were
15.
filming.
Now the cat is stopped at the.
So when
Sorry, I totally I threw you off. The cameraman asking?
So the cameraman asking allegedly, delete the footage and just forget it all happened. It is a major red flag. If your security or media relations or just anyone with a brain that's getting to your antenna up in a big way, but it also doesn't mean anything concrete. Anyways, this all really unfolded on Monday afternoon as we were preparing to watch the Giants and Eagles stumble across the football field. When news first started popping up about what was going on, it felt like it would be dismissed and, that's ironic because of Spygate situation.
So I'm going to add something, and I probably shouldn't because it's going to So when I watch porn, I like watching webcams.
Yep.
And it makes me feel ridiculously awkward when somebody acknowledges my presence. And she was like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm watching a mediocre football game." and she was like, "Oh, there's football on right now?"
So it was Monday.
It was Monday. And she's like, "That makes sense why nobody is on." And then instantly I had to log off because I couldn't To make me feel weird. I'm sorry. Go on.
So what was her name?
I don't know, but she has tattoos and big boobies. Hang on, give me a couple minutes. I'll find out if she's on. I'll tell you in a soon.
See if we can get her on live. Hey, we're doing a podcast on sports. You want to be on?
You actually popped up.
We're doing a sports podcast that you don't even know that sports is on.
But as more details popped up, Bill Belichick was forced to address it, and he answered the question about it should be indicate the seriousness. He answered the questions about it should indicate the seriousness of the situation for the Pats. If Belichick wasn't worried about how it looked, he would have wouldn't have given a full statement the way he did, and would simply decline to answer and point people towards some statement up for the team, because that's what he does. Anytime he can, oh, well, the NFL, this is part of the NFL investigation. Oh, we're going to wait for that. It's never the way he explained it on EEI. Yeah, I heard about this, he explained on EEI. And evidently, this is our production people on the TV show who were there. We have absolutely nothing to do with anything that they produced or directed or shot or anything, Bill Belichick said. I have never, ever even seen any of their tapes or anything else. This is something that we 100% have zero involvement with. This is something you have to talk to the production people about and what they were doing or whatever it was. And we actually have the interview that was also on CBS about it. I need to switch this.
Jeremy, we can no longer talk again.
Oh, crap.
Why?
Because I can't. Oh, I guess you and I could, yeah.
Why?
Because I can't. Oh, I guess you. Oh, hey, we can hear us.
Oh.
Are we allowed to play this? Are we allowed to show the video?
I don't know. We'll find out.
And
He was doing his job. That's what he was doing. He was doing his job. Like we all tried to do. That's what the football team, the football staff, and the coaching staff did. Last week, tried to do their job for Kansas City, and then Cincinnati, and then Buffalo next week, and that's it. So I just answered the question.
He's such a happy man.
We had no involvement in it. Zero.
hey, come on, that's the most response you'll get out of him ever.
All right.
I feel like he almost smiled.
So my question to you two:
Us too.
who do you think is more pissed about this fiasco?
Tom Brady.
No, not part of the question. Not part
Jesus?
of my options. The fans who are sick of this cheating crap every
Couple of years.
3 to 5 years,
Yeah.
Well, it's because you guys are cheaters.
or B, Belichick, who has to waste hours upon hours of time talking about this crap that the fan media people created for him, for their team, and somehow is now part of the fiasco.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be the Jets' ball.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
No, that might be a touchdown for the Jets.
I feel like the fans of New England for whom fight each other in the stands are probably more pissed off than Belichick.
That is the Jets' ball. Sorry. Sidetrack.
I think that they're both probably equally as pissed as each other almost. Some of the Pats fans are pissed that this is happening again. How the hell could they even screw up like this? And Belichick's just is pissed because he's just tired of having to deal with the media in this way. He got rid of AB, and he thought he was done with this crap.
He's never going to be done with this crap. Until Brady retires, this crap is never going to go away. And I know I don't want to say it, but anytime the Patriots start, if Brady has a bad game, like, oh, he's old and he needs to retire, it happens every time. It's not going to end. It will never end because he's in a not political, but the public figure, the public eye. It's always going to be there because they are the New England Patriots.
Right, because they've been winning for so long.
Right, they've been running this dynasty, in quotes, for so long, even though the dynasty is only really 2 people.
And guess what? It's not going to end until both of them are gone. Till Belichick and Brady are both completely out, and years pass, and then those scandals will kind of be washed away, and they won't be brought up anymore. Till that, they'll always be brought up.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But you know what isn't brought up? The fact that the owner Robert Kraft had a tug and pull at a freaking massage parlor
No,
in Florida.
that magically went away.
Hey, it was a rub and tug, not a tug and pull. Get it right.
Whatever. He got his diddle done in fucking Florida.
Hey, he's 70 years old. He can do what he wants.
Hey, he
75, something like
He
that.
could pay for high-priced hookers in his penthouse.
Hey, he got it back-to-back days for that age. I hope I can still get it up that often.
They make a pill for that.
So, in other past news, they through all the drama they've been through, between AB losing key weapons and an offensive line that we all can not handle, and the talk of Tom Brady leaving, the kicker situation down there has been atrocious. The team has gone through 4 kickers this season so far, has now signed rather impressive trick kicker Josh Gable. And I was watching his videos. I'm going to show you.
I thought the Patriots re-signed Nick Folk.
They did. So they signed Josh Gable to their practice squad.
Okay.
So before this, he was with the Indoor Football League. Gabe was a professional soccer player. So he was in the professional Indoor Football League. But before even that, he was a professional soccer player. He is well known for his trick shot kicks videos, and for good reason. They are rather impressive. Gabe, without a holder or a kicking tee, is able to kick the ball up in the air and deliver an impressive field goal that goes right through the uprights.
Oh, you're about to share something, aren't you?
I am. Why
Hey,
does it keep flipping?
sharing
I
is
wonder.
caring.
I wonder if I can mess this up somehow.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
Turn me down. There you go.
Turn you
Here.
down.
Oh,
There's nothing there. What are you doing?
watch this guy.
What is?
Here, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna play the music because I don't want to get us fined for something.
Right. Watch his kick. He flips it up in the air and just kicks it right through the fields. No issues.
Why does that matter?
Oh, so
But no.
Not only that.
No, there is not only that.
So-
It's why does that matter?
so this guy can also kick. He kicked 5 consecutive 65-yard field goals.
With people not charging
Not
after
charging
him.
at him, but this is how you practice. The kickers we have right now can't even do this in practice without people charging at them.
Hey, can Nick Foles hit a 40-yarder without people?
No,
I think Ocho Cinco can do this.
I haven't seen him be able to do that.
Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
I
If a
don't
tree
care.
falls in the woods, does it make a sound?
Not usually.
Does a bear shit in the woods?
Sometimes.
So how do
He likes
you
to
know?
shit in my
Only if
pants
you
in
step in it.
the backyard.
I'm just saying.
But I'm saying that even like in practice, we have kickers in the NFL that can't hit him for these far in practice.
Joey, you like movies about gladiators?
So, but
Four.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Gabe is just on the practice squad, but with the current Nick Folk missing 3 of the last 5 field goals, the viral star may actually not get a chance to play in a professional football game. The Patriots, who are currently on a 2-game losing streak, do not need any fancy anything fancy from the kids, but they just need the ball to go through the uprights.
Say that again. Say it
They
again.
don't need anything.
No. Before that.
The 2-game losing streak.
Yeah, that part. I can't wait to get into power rankings.
But we know what I know. But we do know what happened last year when they lost 2 games back to back.
Hey, we're on to Cincinnati.
We're on to Cincinnati.
yeah, and they had to freaking videotape them so they can win.
Oh.
Hey, remember that's Kraft Broadcasting, not the
Yeah.
Patriots.
that was Kraft Broadcasting Network.
That's the CBN.
And Kraft is also the one who invested in Brady and not Garoppolo, who's doing magic in San Francisco.
He is.
Y'all are fucked in a couple of years.
Yeah.
What, you mean when Brady finally retires in like 20 years?
You guys go ahead and pick up fucking Tebow or Manziel because you think they're worth it. I can't wait for y'all to suck.
I know. Then we'll be just like you.
We're on the upswing now. We had two.
Finally.
We had 2 losing seasons for the first time in 20 years.
It took
Wait,
a
what's
while.
a losing season?
y'all remember.
I was there before this all happened.
Just like
I was
Pepperidge
there at the
Farms,
beginning.
y'all remember.
I was there when the Pats only won 4 games in a season.
Y'all remember when you had Parcells and Blitzo?
Yeah, way back in the day. Yeah.
Those times are coming back.
Well, no, because no one's as slow as Bledsoe is.
Brady?
Facts. No, Brady's still faster than Bledsoe was.
No. Bledsoe's the only person that makes Brady look fast.
Even when Bledsoe was in his prime.
I'm just saying, there's going to be a time where the Bills are going to be in first place in the AFC East.
No, we're peaking.
We're peaking? You're peaking.
No, you're the one who's peaking, actually.
Look, you. Oh,
See?
look at me.
Hey, you two.
No, what
need
am I? Am I 1 or 2?
You're 1. You're
Hey,
always.
hey,
no.
hey, you two need to keep your eyes up. No more peeking over there.
There we go.
Travis isn't wearing pants.
Well, that happens.
Are you sure?
No, he said I wasn't wearing pants.
Oh, there's the Jets touchdown.
All right, so.
That looks worse.
It does.
When's Mo going to get on the show? That's my
She's
question.
not coming on tonight. She's reading.
No, she's never on the show.
Oh, on?
On. He wants him on. Wants her on.
I don't know. You can talk to her about that one. I doubt she'll come on.
You, as the husband, need to demand the woman to come on.
We both know that's going to end up nowhere.
That's why divorces happen. Week 15 recap. We have 2 winners this week.
We do.
Jeremy and Gail with 11.
Yes. And it all came down to Monday night finally because we had a 3-way tie going into Monday night.
Another
a
3-way.
three-way.
Last
Another
week we had a
3-way.
3-way. This week we have a 3-way.
We had Mo, Jeremy, and Gail all tied until Monday night, and then Jeremy and Gail pulled ahead with the Philadelphia Eagles winning.
By the hair of our teeth.
Yeah,
I
literally.
picked a lot of upsets last week.
And you did call it. You said I might go like 3-12 this week, or 5-11. You said. I remember you said it on the broadcast, and you were pretty damn close. You almost went there.
I did, but I will say that I picked some games that nobody else picked.
And you lost on most of them.
Whatever. I didn't. Did I lose? Oh, I am in last.
You did. You lost.
You lost. You lost to Travis. That's how bad you lost.
Yeah, you lost to me, which I was kind of impressed about. I was like, at least I beat Nate.
The only person Travis beats is Nate.
That hasn't happened since like week 2.
See, Nate, this is what happens when you invite actual people who know sports into the broadcast.
Shut your whore mouth. Here's
I
a
will
question.
not shut your
Travis,
mouth.
what is my percentage?
All right, so your winning percentage.
Because that is important to me.
It is. I know it's important to you.
Oh, hey, look, I just popped up again.
That should be updated, I think.
Should be.
Let's just double check. Yeah, you are at 66%.
That's still professional picking average.
That is.
You are at what, 58?
I'm at 58.
So I may have had a bad week, but you know what? I'm still picking with the pros.
Yes.
And I went for upsets. And I'm almost thinking about trying to do it again. Because there's some games that I feel because there's teams that have no chance of making the playoffs. They have no chance of progressing, that they are going to be the giant slayers, and they are going to take some teams down.
Yeah.
So that's where I might be going with on this week.
Oh, really?
You know, Nate, it's all well and good. Until you start picking against the spreads, then you can talk.
Look, the only thing I want to spread is butt cheeks, all right?
Well,
And
that's what pros pick. They pick against the spreads.
I don't care about the spread.
Well, your 68% means nothing until you actually go against the
66. I wish it was 68.
Okay,
I was 69.
I'm trying to pump you up a few extra percentage, and you're killing yourselves here.
He
Look-
got to 70 once, and then he's been going downhill since.
My head is big enough. I am more confident than anybody in this room when it comes to picking these games.
So, well, let's go through these real quick.
Let's recap, shall we?
So
Yes, recap.
on last Thursday, we had the Bears at hosting Dallas, and while we were still on, the Bears won 31-24. Mike was the only loss, and then, of course, we didn't get any more information from him. Then we had the tight bolt on Sunday.
The tight bolts?
The tight bolts.
The tight Buffalo Bills against the Baltimore Ravens game came down to the final seconds. 17-24, the Ravens won. We all picked the Ravens. That was one game I was hoping to lose.
I think we all hope to lose that game.
No.
Except
for Nate.
Then we had the Atlanta Falcons hosting the
No,
Carolina
I would have
Panthers.
loved the Bills to win that week because then that would have put them now very close
They
to
would have
winning
put
the
them
East.
tied. They would have put them tied with the
See,
Patriots.
See, Nate's in a tough spot. He wants the Ravens to win because they keep the number 1 seed, but he also wants the Bills to win so they can upset the Patriots as the AFC East champs.
Right, because then they'll knock the Patriots out.
So Nate's in a tough spot in that game.
Yeah.
I am like having sex in the back of a Volkswagen.
Beetle.
What else
Then
would you
we
have
had
sex in?
Then we have the Atlanta Falcons hosting the Carolina Panthers. The Atlanta Falcons stomped the Panthers 40-20, and the game was much worse when it actually came down to they didn't score many. Carolina didn't score many points until the very end of that game. Then
It's because they fired their head coach, is what had happened.
Basically,
they pretty much just gave up on the season after firing Rod Rivera.
Then we had the Cleveland Browns hosting the Bengals. The Browns won 27-19, and you went with the Bengals.
I did, and
you missed the fact that you and Mo went with the Panthers.
We did, and because who would have thought the Falcons would have actually beat the Panthers?
everybody
I
but
know.
you and Mo.
Yes, most of us did.
Yes. Then we had the Houston Texans having a dismal display at the Denver Broncos. They lost 24-38.
We all should have known it was going to happen.
Yeah, because they had played the Super Bowl. They were done for the season.
Yeah, they played the Super Bowl the previous week. Oh, that hurt.
Then we had the Minnesota Vikings hosting the Detroit Lions. As we expected, the Vikings beat them 20-7. The Bucks actually beat the Indianapolis Colts by a field goal for 38-35 at the end of the game.
And the ladies picked the winner.
Yes,
the guys
they went
failed.
with the Bucks, and we went with the Colts, and we all lost.
Yeah, but that game should have went the other way.
It should have.
Shitter was full.
Yeah, it was. Then we had the Jets hosting Miami. They won a nail-biter. Miami kicked nothing but field goals. 7 field goals for an NFL record. I think they tied the record, actually, to lose 22-21.
What else do you kick besides field goals?
Shins.
Yeah. And I was the lone picker of the Jets.
Yeah, you would be the one to pick the Jets.
Yes, and I was right. Then we had the
even a broken clock's right twice a day.
Hosting the 49ers. That was a good, tight game. It literally came down to who had the ball at the end of the game.
It was tighter than a dolphin's butt.
Yep. The Saints lost.
Wait, how tight is that?
46-48. And that was a nail-biter. It was a good game, but it literally came down to who had the ball last. And Mo and Journey, the only ones who went with the 49ers. They didn't trust in Jimmy. They trusted in Jimmy G more than they trusted in Breeze down there.
I tried to go with the veteran and the old timer.
And literally, it looked like Brady and
while we're talking about this, though,
you want to know
Manning back in the day.
Well, speaking of Manning and speaking of Brady and speaking of Breeze, this weekend Breeze could pass the touchdown record. He only needs 3 to pass Manning for the all-time touchdown passes.
And Brady needs 4?
Yeah, I think Brady needs 4, yeah.
So my main reason last week going with the Niners over the Saints don't have a defense still.
Yeah, as we can tell from those points scored.
The Niners
but
have
also
a defense, but they didn't do
the Niners
jack
didn't the defense didn't show up.
No.
But Breeze did pick apart their defense pretty well.
Oh yeah, which shows a lot of holes in that defense that people weren't seeing before.
No. But Breeze is a veteran quarterback, and he's a good veteran quarterback, so he's going to see those holes. Next, we had the Green Bay Packers hosting the Redskins. We all went with the Pack, and we were right, 20-15.
Oh,
that's because with Saginaw cheese is good.
Then the 4 o'clock games happened. All the away teams won.
One second. Was it just me, or during the 1 o'clock games, did everyone break that last or previous channel button flip between the Niners and the Ravens game?
Yeah.
Was that nonstop?
Previous. I had the San Francisco 49ers game on my phone, and I was watching the Buffalo Bills game. The Buffalo Bills game ended, and then I flipped it right to the 49ers game. And I was just thinking, because they were tied at this point, I'm like, they're going to go in overtime, and the Pats game is starting. This is not going to work out. They're on the same channel.
Yeah, I kept hitting previous channel. Like, I probably hit it like 500 times during those 2 games.
Yeah, so my phone just about went dead between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So at 4 o'clock, we had the Jacksonville Jaguars hosting the Chargers. Chargers stomped them 45-10. Then we had the Pats hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. And after bad calls and multiple ridiculous things that shouldn't have happened, Pats lost 16-23. Nate and Mo went with the Chiefs.
I demand overtime. I wanted more game.
Right. Then we had the Arizona Cardinals hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers won 23-17. And everybody but Nate had picked the Steelers. Then we had the Oakland Raiders hosting the Tennessee Titans. Titans destroyed them 42-21.
I have been sleeping on the Titans. I will admit this. I have been seriously sleeping on them. I think Ryan Tannehill is 5-1 right now as a starter.
Yes, he is.
And I believe the Titans are tied for the lead in that division.
Yeah, they have a chance of going to the playoffs.
They do.
They have a chance at hosting a playoff game.
Yeah.
Right.
Not going, hosting.
Right. I don't know why I've been sleeping on this team. I feel like I am behind the power curve on this one.
I believe I can enlighten you why you've been sleeping on them. Their head coach,
the
former Patriot player.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I didn't care.
And so next we had at the 8 o'clock game, we had the Rams hosting the Seahawks. A game I did not expect to see. We had the Rams win, beat Seahawks awfully, 28-12.
That gave Nate his only hope this past weekend.
Yeah.
What's that?
That gave Nate the hope to actually get close to 10.
The Rams?
And to tie me.
Me picking the Rams to beat the Seahawks?
Yeah, because if the Giants had won, you would have beat me this week.
And the Giants almost kind of did.
Yeah.
Hey, did I not call it, though? Eli was going to be 117 and 116.
Yes, you did. You did call it.
He started off strong. And
it
then
went
he
into overtime.
He didn't know how to finish.
No, he never was good at
that's
finishing.
That's been Eli's. He's only been able to finish twice in his career.
See, I felt like Manning was going to come in and play to prove that he's still capable of being a starting quarterback.
Oh, he
to
did.
Go somewhere else.
He showed he could still play, but the problem is he showed he wasn't capable of going the distance.
You want to know where's probably looking for a quarterback next year? Jacksonville.
Yes, they
You want to know who's the GM in Jacksonville?
Who?
Tom Coughlin.
Oh.
I thought he was like a consultant.
Or whatever he is. He's pretty much running that franchise.
Right. And Manning is starting this weekend.
Yep.
For those that don't know this.
Is he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think he's going to be starting the rest of the season.
Oh, is what's his name out for the season now?
He's not necessarily out. Did they put a bib on him?
They put a towel as a bib
Oh,
to eat.
that's just ridiculous. But yeah.
I mean,
was
it is
Jared
42
Allen?
to 13. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so
Or whatever,
in the fourth quarter,
he's still
one of the 10 Allens playing quarterback
to
this
go,
year.
Yeah.
The Ravens are up 42-13, which is
They might as well just put RG3 in to finish the game.
Well,
They-
the Jets did try an onside kick after they 2 minutes ago after they scored a touchdown.
But yeah, the Giants are planning on starting Eli Manning this weekend.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So yeah, the Titans are in the hunt with an 8-5, and aren't they in the same division as the Steelers?
No. They're in the same division as the Texans, the Colts, and the Jags.
And yeah, I think the Texans have beat the Titans, and that's the only reason why. Then on Monday night's game, the Philadelphia Eagles won in overtime to the Giants, 23-17. Well, we talked, but we didn't give them a score.
Oh, whatever.
We jumped. Oh, hey, guess who plays this coming week, though?
My mom?
Texans, Titans.
Oh.
Yes.
Both 8-5.
They are both 8-5.
Winner takes the division, pretty much.
Yeah. So it'll be a good game. And right now, the only people we had gotten information from was our normal, you and me, Nate, Jeremy, Mo, and Gail. And we all picked the Ravens. And unless an act of God happens, we're not losing
I don't
this
think
game.
an act of God can change this one.
No.
This isn't a 28-3. This is a 42-13.
Yeah.
RG3 throws 20 interceptions, and the Jets score every time.
I think if
They still lose.
I think if he threw 2 interceptions, he would they would just take him out.
Nate, it's the Jets. They're almost like the Browns. They find a way to lose.
Yeah. Basically. All right, so that is our recap.
Hey, it's me. I get to talk again.
Yes, this is you.
Yay!
Yeah, you're
What?
high.
Yeah.
I turned me down.
Turn
You've
your
been
game
down.
down.
I'm 2. You're 1.
Am I one?
You're 1.
You're both.
I'm 1. Yes, that's 1.
Yeah,
That's
I
me.
put it in order. You
Oh,
just totally
yeah.
fucked me over.
Sorry,
so
buddy.
Amanda's been sending me text messages. She's like, "You're high, and the other two aren't as much." So I've been trying to adjust you both to make it better.
To us being as loud as you.
Yes,
To
and
be
actually,
as loud as you, I gotta basically yell.
Yeah, Amanda. Nate's loud all the time. Get used to it.
Haven't
she
you
spends
heard
a
him
lo-
when he climaxes?
I'm very quiet. I'm almost Helen Kellerish. You don't even know unless I let you know.
So we found out when Nate's quiet. If he's excited, he's quiet. Be careful.
It's a lot of cream pie surprises.
When he's fully excited, it's a surprise.
No, when he's fully excited, it's dead silence.
Exactly. So anyhow, your favorite part of today, especially now it's today, of what happened last weekend.
Oh, I can't wait for the
Hey, the
the
Jets
top
scored
10.
a touchdown.
Oh, look at them. All right, so the Week 15 power rankings, the Cincinnati Bengals have just stayed home at number 32 when they had a 1-12 record. The New York Giants managed to hit the number 31, staying at the same spot. Washington Redskins are still at 30. The Dolphins are at 29. The Jacksonville Jaguars dropped down 2 spots from 26 to 28, while the New York Jets managed to jump up 1 spot from 28 to 27. The Arizona Cardinals were at 26, and now they're at 25. And the Detroit Lions sit at a 3-9-1.
We're running out of time.
Surely there must be something you can do.
Nope. And they are now at 25, and they were at 23. The Atlanta Falcons, 4-9, were at 27, and now are at 24. The Denver Broncos, 5-8, are sitting at 24, jumping up 1 spot to 23. The Carolina Panthers were at 19, and now they are at number 22. That is a whole lot of bullshit fuckery if I ever heard one. I blame the firing of the head coach.
Yep.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers went from number 22 to 21, while the Los Angeles Chargers managed to go from 21 to 20. The Cleveland Browns went from 20 to 19, while the Oakland Raiders, 6-7, are now at 18, and last week they were at 17. The mighty Philadelphia EAGLES Eagles are at number 17, and they were at 16 in Week 14. Indianapolis Colts, 6-7, are now at 16, formerly at 15. The Dallas Cowboys managed to jump down 2 spots from 13 to 15, while the Chicago Bears are at 7-6, and they managed to jump up 4 spots from 18 to 14. The Pittsburgh Steelers went from 14 to 13, while the Tennessee Titans managed to stay tight at number 12. The Houston Texans, 8-5, went from number 9 last week to number 11 this week, while the Buffalo Bills hold strong at the number 10 position.
See, I don't like these two. These two should be flipped.
The Titans and Bills?
Yes.
Why
No. The next one's down.
Oh, so the number 9 Los Angeles Rams jumping from number 11 to number 9?
Yes.
Well, it's because the Rams beat the Seahawks.
Yes.
Which bolted them into a much better position.
Right. But I still think the Bills are much better. They've had a much closer game than they should have against a team that they really everybody said that there was no way in hell they even make it close.
But the Bills' offense is still garbage.
I don't know. They look pretty decent for most of that game.
I mean, if they were in a different division, it'd probably be a whole different story.
well, no, because the Seahawks are sitting at 10-3 and still going to be a wild card team.
Yeah.
Well, at number 9, you have the Minnesota Vikings dropping down 1 spot from number 7 to number 8, and they are 9-4. The Green Bay Packers, who are number 1 in the NFC North, have a 10-3 record, and they went from number 8 last week to number 7 this week. The Seattle Seahawks, with the same record of 10-3, went from number 5 to number 6, while the high and mighty New England Patriots managed to go from number 1 to number 2 to number 1 to number 5 with a 10-3 record. The Kansas City Chiefs are at number 4, sitting with a 9-4 record. They went from number 6 to number 4.
See, I don't like that jump right there.
I do, because they beat y'all's sorry-ass team.
Yeah, but that was not a good game by them. Mahomes still isn't right.
Whatever, they still
that
beat.
and they really wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been a sorry-ass game if the refs actually called the game.
As spoken by a true New England Patriots fan.
Hold on, did you watch those
I did
plays?
watch the game.
And did you watch those replays?
Yes.
And did you see how bad they were screwed?
You want to know how much I cared? Look at my care face.
So if that was Green Bay, would you care?
Would you care? I don't care because they don't
I
really
would
care that much.
because I hate when refs don't cause that kind of issue.
I
to
will.
Screw the game over.
So I will admit there was a couple plays, maybe one, like the touchdown where they said he was out of bounds and clearly he wasn't.
Like he had a good 6 inches plus.
How about being draped on you when
I mean, I don't know what your definition of 6 inches is.
This,
oh,
while
hang
you're
on,
trying
wait,
to catch a
wait,
ball.
Wait,
yeah,
wait.
Actually, it was more like this.
Okay.
If I'm like this when you're trying to catch a ball, is that
Hang
pass interference?
I mean,
No, that's sharing.
I would say this is ass interference.
That I believe that's
See,
cuddling.
I'm pretty sure this is pass interference. And you're trying to catch the ball.
I call this 2 guys, 1 mic.
Hey, get a room.
We're in a room. So the New Orleans Saints are sitting at number 3. They managed to go up 1 spot from number 4. Ow! I rolled over my foot with the chair. The San Francisco 49ers with 11-2 are still at number 1. True. And the Baltimore Ravens 11-2 are in the number 1 spot
12-2
as of last week, and 12-2 now. And
is the game officially over, Jeremy?
RG3's in. It's over.
It's over.
But question for you.
For who?
Both of you.
Oh.
Oh. So
Or
like
actually, more Nate than Travis. I know Travis has a biased opinion. Is it just me, or does Patrick Mahomes look still not right?
He doesn't look right.
I mean, last year you saw him escaping defenders in the backfield out of nowhere, just miraculous, just popping out, just, nope, you can't touch me. This year he can't even outrun linemen.
I would say he looks better than RG3 when he had all those was it ACL tears and all that, where he was still trying to play to get them.
Yeah.
Like, he looks more right than then. Like, he's not out. He seems more conservative.
Yeah, but
if that's a better word.
But he doesn't look like he had that elusive speed he had all last season.
Well, I mean, I think it holds it's a little obscured where the fact that you have the Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson, who are just set a new standard. So when you have Patrick Mahomes, who was that last season, and now you have the new standard of what's going on this season, that it just overshadows it and kind of maybe obscures the perception. Does that make sense?
Yes, but I feel like if you compare him compared to his last year, something isn't right with those knee or ankle or something.
Something happened. He definitely wasn't the Mahomes we saw last year. I can tell you that right now.
It's called cover
old?
of Madden.
Yes,
it
is.
It's the Madden
What
curse.
did I tell you? Guess who next year will be on the cover of Madden?
Hopefully not Lamar Jackson.
He will be.
You all know what kills all these young running quarterbacks? Madden cover.
You mean not dogfighting?
No.
No, he was well past his prime by that time.
Yeah, he was an old hat by then.
Wasn't he already 30-something by the time that came up?
Yeah. He was 30...
31, 32?
Unless he was 31. He was on his way out.
He wasn't on his way out, but he expedited the process.
Yes, he helped it along quickly.
That is what expedite means.
I no speak a lot English.
No habla English?
No habla inglés.
No hablo español. What?
Anyhow.
No hablo aquí.
So even with the loss this weekend, the playoff picture didn't change too much.
Well, now the Ravens are 11-2.
Yes, so they have locked up
12-2.
Yeah, well.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Thanks.
Until it's officially over, it's not over. You know, the fat lady's basically left the building.
It's over.
The Baltimore Ravens are still in first place. They have locked up their position. New England Pats are at 10-3, still in second place. Kansas City locked up their position to go to the playoffs with a 9-4 record. The Houston Texans in fourth, 8-5, with the Titans right on their tail.
Yeah, so they win the tiebreaker over Tennessee based on best percentage wins in division game.
I also don't.
Till this weekend.
Right, because I was looking at it, and I think the Titans, the inside of the league, they just haven't played that many games like against the division conference. Yeah, they're 2-2 in the division, so they really haven't played that many. Considering compared to the Texans, they've played 3. They're 3-1 so far.
This is totally serial.
And then we got the Pittsburgh Steelers in 6th. No, we have the Buffalo Bills in 5th, 9-4 record. They've just about locked up that spot. And then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at 8-5.
And they also win a tiebreaker over Tennessee based on best win percentage in the conference games.
Yes.
And then we go ahead and move to the NFC.
Yeah, that's
where,
your league anyway, so.
Where the San Francisco 49ers are still in the first seed with 11-2. The Green Bay Packers.
No, they weren't in the first seed. They had dropped all the way down to 5 last
They're
week.
back into the first seed.
Okay.
They are back.
So they're in the first seed with 11-2.
They knocked New Orleans out of it.
Whatever, guy. And the Green Bay Packers are sitting at the number 2 position with a 10-3, and they win a tiebreaker over New Orleans based on best win percentage in the conference. The New Orleans Saints clinched a playoff position with a 10-3, while the Dallas Cowboys are currently sitting at 6-7. And number 4, and they win tiebreaker over Philadelphia based on head-to-head win percentage, which I believe they're playing this weekend.
Who?
The Cowboys and Eagles.
Cowboys, Rams this weekend.
Okay. And then the Seattle Seahawks are sitting at 10-3, and they're in 5th, while the Minnesota Vikings with a 9-4 are in the 6th seed. Oh, shit. And now we go to the Week 15 and Thursday Week 16 picks. Which is this is going to go by quick.
Yeah, because it's only me, you, and Jeremy. Because everybody else, I think, you have Mo's already.
I do have Mo's picks.
I don't have Gail, so we won't. So I'll have to put hers in later this week.
So Jeremy, you need to pick the opposite of everyone that she picked, so we all have a chance.
So anybody that's listening, I will have this up as soon as possible. And if you make your picks, send us them to our email address at thickandthin
sportscast
at gmail.com, and I will add them to the list.
Or you can DM us or send us a message on the Facebook page.
Yes. I'll slide into your DMs.
And if you want to, if you're on Twitter, you can hit me up at talking_stuff, and you can DM me there as well with your picks, and I'll make sure that they're uploaded.
But they have to be in before Sunday at noon, so that way I know that they are legit, and I will add them to the games. You have to pick next Thursday also.
Correct. And you get, and just so you know, you missed tonight's game.
Yes. Tonight's game won't count because we all know that Baltimore Ravens won.
The heck you say? Did they?
Well, they're winning. They're winning to the point where it's not even worth talking about the score.
There is no Thursday night game next week.
Yes, no, there is next week. Oh yeah, really? There's no Thursday night game.
Oh, we're not picking a Thursday night game this week.
Oh, really?
Oh shit!
So apparently,
come on, I'm keeping it updated over here.
Yeah, so we won't be picking a Thursday night game. So I will have.
We got Saturday, Sunday, and Monday games.
Oh, really?
That's actually pretty exciting.
Yes, that is very exciting.
I like the fact that I don't have to pick the next Thursday game. This has been driving me crazy all season.
And amazingly enough, we did fairly well in those Thursday night games.
So
it's been pretty lopsided teams going.
But even then, in the couple of close games, we didn't have to we didn't get beat very often. Sunday. Yeah, we have Saturday and Sunday games.
2 Saturday games.
So we will actually have a week where we're not talking during a game. That'll be interesting.
That's no fun.
I'm excited about it.
We can put hockey or basketball on. There'll definitely be a game.
Yeah, there'll be a we can find if the Bruins are playing. They're usually playing. I don't know. Maybe they don't play Thursday nights.
If not the Bruins, it'll be the Celtics. They're both playing tonight, so.
Ah, yes. So let's hope there's a Bruins game on. I'd rather watch the Bruins than the Celtics.
Agreed.
Hold on. Celtics lost.
Did they?
All right, why don't we go ahead and make picks? Because
All right.
I'm sure I have a dog that wants to go take a piss in the shit,
Probably.
and he's wearing a cone of shame.
And the Bruins lost.
That sucks. So, Green Bay Packers are hosting the Chicago Bears. Nate, what is your pick?
So this is actually, believe it or not, a difficult pick for me, because I feel like Chicago generally does beat Green Bay, but because I'm a Packers fan, I feel like Green Bay is going to win it, so I'm going to go ahead and pick the Packers. Oh, and by the way, I'm not going to do any sound drops or anything this week.
Not doing any sound this week?
No.
So
Gail took the day off. I'm going to take a day off.
All right, I'm going home.
I want the Bears to win.
Of course you do. Just like I want the Bills to win every week.
But they're playing in
Lambeau.
Green Bay. I don't think the Bears can bring enough to the table to beat the Packers at home.
It's almost like you pick the Patriots until they give you a reason not to, unless they're playing a running quarterback.
Yes, Amanda, the Bruins do play Thursday at 7, but the Celtics do not.
She's a big Bruins fan, by the way.
Oh, sweet.
She's a huge Bruins fan.
All right.
So when we start talking hockey, we'll have to bring her in, huh?
I guess so. That's crossing a whole lot of streams for me.
You
Well,
do not cross the streams. Didn't you learn anything from Ghostbusters?
But at the end, you have to cross the streams.
That's only in dire
to get
circumstances.
Well, it could be dire circumstances.
I usually don't let my worlds collide, and that's a whole lot of
Too late. She's already there.
She's talking to us here.
Yeah, but
it's
she's
gonna
not.
happen.
She's not on the air. That's the difference.
Give it a week or two. She'll be on the air. It'll be a family
Jeremy,
event.
who are you picking?
What's the game?
Packers, Bears.
Packers.
And your wife?
Oh, hold on.
Yes, what's the wife's?
Packers.
Packers.
Her list isn't in order, so it's gonna take me a minute to find.
Why couldn't she do things in order?
Because she pulled it up probably on the NFL app, not on whatever.
Yeah, and your order is a little weird too. Whenever I have to pull.
The funny part is my order was the list that the NFL put out at the beginning of the season.
Well, that's
they
why.
changed.
I know. That's why I had to move. I moved the Bills game, and it took a little bit to finagle things because a lot of things moved this week.
Okay, we don't need the whole explanation. Let's just keep moving.
So we have the Chiefs hosting the Broncos. It's my pick. Oh, what am I doing? Escape. I have to go back to that one. I am going to go with the Chiefs. I don't think that the Broncos had enough to beat them. Jeremy, what's Mo's pick?
Chiefs.
She is also picking the Chiefs. Jeremy, what's your pick?
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Nate, you're going with Denver, right?
What's funny is that our huge part doesn't want to go to Denver, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the flock and pick the Chiefs.
You don't think
I would
it'll,
like
it'll
another
be
upset, but
a trap game?
Look, there is a part of me that thinks Denver might win this game, to be 100% honest. I really think they might win, but for the sake of my
winning percentage?
Yes. I'd rather win with the group and lose with the group. Oh, hi, Jasmine. She's sleeping.
So, Mo, since you're not here,
So
Jeremy,
Mo is,
Mo incarnate.
In proxy, Jeremy, who does Mo pick?
Between the Tennessee Titans
Who are
and
at home.
hosting the Houston Texans.
Hold on.
Oh, this is a good game.
This might determine the
She's
that playoff
choosing
game.
the Texans.
She's choosing the Texans. Jeremy, who are you choosing?
What's the game?
Titans, Texans.
Yeah.
Where's it
Titans are at home.
Titans
I'm
home
taking the
against the
Titans.
Texans. So Nathaniel.
I am going to co-sign with your younger brother.
The Titans?
Yeah. I think Tannehill. Some reason I feel like that might be the way to go.
Tannehill did not play the Texans the first time around. I'm gonna go with the Titans. I think Mo might be on a island all by herself unless Gail chooses them.
So I have a question while we're at it. Are we going to go ahead and call next week our Christmas show? Since it's the last show before Christmas?
Oh, it is.
Yeah. I say we do it.
I think we might.
All right. So next week is our Christmas show. I will be wearing my ugly sweater.
You'll have to find me an ugly sweater.
Sure.
So, Jeremy, I hope it's nice and tight.
That's what he said.
Next game, you're choosing the Giants hosting the Dolphins. So you're going with the
Ooh.
Dolphins, right?
Oh, that's a shitty ass game.
It
Well,
is.
Eli Manning starting. They're in New York.
I'm gonna take the Giants.
You're hoping that Eli can win another game and go 50-50 for his career?
He is the stereotypical average quarterback, so I'm going with he's gonna be average.
The 2-time Super Bowl winning average quarterback.
Hey, even a broken clock's right twice a
You
day.
used that reference already today.
He
It
did.
still applies.
Step your game up.
He has 2 championships. It applies. He has 2
Why
rights.
does it sound like you're so far away? You just-
I don't know. Do I sound better now?
Yes.
Yes.
I will just eat the microphone.
You do that.
Good job. See? You're learning.
I'm too busy drinking my beer.
Nate, who are you going to go with?
Dolphins.
You're going with the Dolphins?
Yeah.
I'm back and forth. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Nope.
Hey, Mo!
Oh, wise guy, eh?
I think I might go with you with the Dolphins.
Oh, the mighty Dolphins. We are the mighty Dolphins.
But I don't think Miami can beat the Giants. Not at home.
I mean,
Suck it up and make a choice.
It's hard.
No, it's not.
that's what she said.
It is what she said.
That's what you hope she says.
I don't have that problem. I'm not that old yet. I'm going to go with the Giants.
Maureen is going with the Giants as well.
Mo's going with the Giants.
Am I the only one that picked the Dolphins?
Yeah.
I think you are. Why do I sound so
Well,
weird?
Gail has
I don't know. I don't know what you changed, but you sound very
oh.
just
Oh, hold on.
off.
How'd you move the mic?
Sound better now?
Yeah,
Yes.
that sounds more normal.
The spring, one of the springs was touching the top of the mic, so I was getting Jasmine on her snoring.
Ah. All right, so
That was for Gail. She wanted to record that earlier.
So now we have Nate. You were picking the Bengals hosting the
Rawr.
Patriots.
Rawr, because the Patriots had to cheat to fucking beat them, but I'm going to go ahead and pick the Patriots. Though it would be some shit if the Bengals won.
It would be some
Wouldn't-
shit.
You know what would be crazy? Andy Dalton starts this weekend, and A.J. Green comes back this weekend only.
After missing 14 weeks? 15
Yes.
weeks?
And they just go ahead and just wax the Patriots.
Well, no, because passing games don't beat the Patriots. You have to run to beat them.
Yes.
They need to bring back Cedric Benson.
I am also going the Patriots this week.
Yeah, Patriots over here both ways.
Both ways?
Yes, both of us Patriots.
Swinging both for the fence.
No, not really. If we pick the Bengals, that'd be swinging for the fence.
It would be. All right, so next we got the Redskins hosting the Eagles. Oh,
Who's at home?
Redskins 3-10.
Get out of this slimy mud hole.
Mud hole? Slimy? My home this is.
Sounds about right.
Eagles.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Hold on, you got to wait your turn.
Didn't you just go first last time?
No, Nate went first. What's Mo picking?
Eagles.
Eagles.
I was giving you the answers.
What are you going with?
Eagles.
Eagles. So Nate must be going with Redskins.
Nate's questionable. Not that stupid though.
I mean, I'm pretty awesome.
Are you? Are you not?
I don't like the delay that this is going with, but I there we go.
Eagles. You have to make your pick before we make your picks.
Apparently, there's like a 3-second delay.
Can I go with the Bruins?
So
I'm going with the Manitoba Wildcats.
next is Mo's turn. Is she going with the Panthers or the Seattle Seahawks? Panthers are at home.
Seahawks.
Well, the Seahawks. Jeremy, who you going with?
Seahawks.
Seahawks. Nate, my boy.
I concur.
You concur.
Actually, it popped up pretty good timing that time, Nate.
Yeah, thanks.
And I think all four of us at least, as currently, are going with them.
I think we have to get Amanda picking.
We will have to get Amanda picking.
I don't think she's gonna pick.
I don't think she knows enough. She sounds like she'd know hockey, but I don't know if she because I haven't met her because somebody hasn't introduced me to her.
Look, the last person for whom I was dating, that ended up with me being told to fuck off and have a nice life.
Yes, but that's because I knew her beforehand, and you admit it. You deserved it.
No.
Nate, is that the first time you've been told to fuck off and have a nice life?
It
No.
is. Yes, no, it definitely
You
is.
you have two ex-wives, really?
Yes.
They normally don't tell them to have a nice life.
Nobody's
that's
ever
the-
nobody's ever said it to me.
They just told you to go fuck off?
No.
That never included and have a nice life?
No, none of the above.
Oh, that's not nice if they don't include have a nice life.
Oh,
Well,
Travis, you're being called out. Amanda says she's met you.
What?
Oh.
When did I meet her?
Ale House.
Oh.
Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah. It was like for like 2 seconds, right?
I mean, 2 seconds for you is a lifetime.
It is, because I'm just that incredible.
You shoot your load and then boom, you have a kid.
Yeah. It took longer than 2 seconds to make that load happen, though.
I don't think so.
5 seconds.
Gail.
Amanda, help me.
Was she on top?
All I know is there was a bike ride involved.
I'm segueing back to last week. Who's on top?
That's like 3 weeks
What's
ago,
on
Nate.
second? She was drunk. Well, everybody's drunk at the Oktoberfest. That's why I stand up front.
And that's why I got stuck in the rear.
Yes. Well, you like the rear, so it's okay.
I mean, I don't mind it, but
It was
I
nice
do.
and quiet back there for you, at least.
Look, I had no idea anything was happening back there.
Oh, were you in the very back near the outside area?
What did you do to your microphone?
I don't know.
You
But-
moved it again.
But yes, I was covering the back door the whole time.
So I did that a few years ago, and it was a rainy Saturday.
Oh, yeah, you were out there on the rain day.
And I sat inside and did nothing all day. Like I didn't like.
He sat outside and did nothing all day.
I legit.
Yeah.
I sat inside and I just paced back and forth because I got bored.
It was not. I mean, it was good. I mean, I enjoyed it for the most part, but I would have much rather been up front somewhere, and felt more significant.
Well, that's where we put all the rookies, because the thing is, with Stan sitting there back there doing nothing, then you get to go do something fun the next year. Usually you put it on the road or something.
Well, I'm in for next year, so sign me up, bitches.
So next we have Mo picking the Detroit Lions, hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Didn't Mo just pick first last time?
Did he? Did she?
Did he?
Did your wife?
I believe she just picked first last time. I think you've done this like 4 times already.
All right. So let's
what's
go
the
with
game?
you.
What's the game?
We got the Lions hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bucks.
Bucks.
That's all, folks.
We're almost there. Nate, who you going with, Bucks or Lions? Weird things happen to Detroit, right?
Is Stafford playing? Do we know if Stafford's playing?
I
believe
don't
he's out
know.
for the season.
Then I'm going with the Buccaneers.
With the way the Lions are, I'm going with the Bucks. I'm saying I'm going with the Bucks. I've never gone with the Bucks yet this season, and I'm picking the Bucks. That's pretty bad.
Oh, all like my Christmas presents are shipping right now. That's
Cool.
Great. There's one that I really need to ship.
Did you get me something pretty?
Ships.
There's one that I really want to ship soon because it's supposed to be here like the 26th to the whatever. And that one is for somebody that I don't want to mention, but hopefully that ships soon.
I believe it's for the person I'm messaging right now.
You're masturbating with?
Sure. If you think I should be masturbating with her.
I mean, no. But it's gonna be awesome.
So Mo, what's Mo's pick?
What game again?
The
Lions, Bucks.
The Bucks.
The Schenectady Brewers.
All right, so we're back to you, Nate.
Oh, it's me? Who's playing?
The Browns are at the Cardinals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that you or is that him?
That's your...
The idiot?
Yeah. Hang on, I got this. So, that's a... Oh, all right, so I know you're not picking yet.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Oh. Yours must be tighter than mine. I'll save that drop for you.
Yeah, let's mark that. Oh, he's still playing.
What do you... No, you guys are completely wrong over there.
How is he? How can we hear you?
What do you mean, how can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. There we go.
Remember, it's got a delay.
It does. All right, so I know I'm picking first, but
Yes.
Who are you thinking?
I'm thinking one of the teams.
It's a hard one, right?
It is.
And oh, do you want to be on the air now?
It's not that hard.
How about now? You want to hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I can hear you all the time.
I know you can, but you can't. We can't hear you.
It could be a trap game. One is definitely out. One is
Cleveland 6-7. What's the other one? What are we picking? 3-9.
yeah,
But the 3-9's at home.
and they won last week somehow.
You know what? Oh, but the Browns have issues. I'm gonna go with the Browns.
The Browns always have issues.
Yeah, Odell Beckham doesn't want to be there, and
He just
Baker
wants
Mayfield is.
That's because he wants to come to New England now that AB's gone.
Well, he wants to play for a winning team, obviously, because that's what
Right.
everybody wants to do. But nobody thinks about
But a
playing.
lot of these big name guys want to come just play with Brady to say that they played with Brady at this point.
No.
Or do they want to play with Belichick?
They want to win a championship with Brady.
Yes.
Whatever, or Belichick.
Yeah. Either way.
Why do you all keep supporting Brady? It's Belichick.
When
All right, Travis, you need to
Anyhow.
make a pick. I already know you're sucking cock in New England.
I'm going to Browns, I'm gonna bring them to the toilet bowl and hope that it flushes.
Like someone like me, take me home, Daddy, and learn.
All right. What's Mo picking?
She is picking the Browns.
Are you going with the Browns too?
Who are they playing?
the 3 and something Cardinals
Where are they?
at the Cardinals.
I'll take Arizona.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
It's over. We suck.
Yeah, that's about what they're gonna be saying. All right, so
Hey, turn my mic off for a minute.
takes a minute. There we go. So next we have the Chargers hosting the Vikings. Oh, this sucks.
Nope.
Who'd you turn on? Oh, that is loud. What are you doing over there?
Jacking it.
Yeah. I am going to go with the Vikings because they can't. If they lose, they're basically out of the playoffs. So this is a must-win for them. They can't afford to lose.
It's what? The Vikings and Chargers?
The Vikings Chargers.
Chargers are at home.
Chargers are at home. This is a must-win for the Vikings because they're in 6 as is, and
Are you done playing? Well, I can't hear you. Yes. Are you sure?
Yes, the spring popped out. I fixed it finally. Yeah, one of the springs popped out, which is probably why it was causing a weird noise the whole time. Does it sound better now?
Yeah, you sound great.
Yeah, one of the springs must have popped out while I was recording Jasmine snoring over here while you guys were talking.
Because the Chargers aren't even in the hunt. So the Vikings need
weight
the.
ratios. A 5-ounce bird could not carry a 1-pound coconut.
And we all know the Chargers don't want the Rams to get in. So, well, they want the.
Why do they care?
Yeah, they don't care at this point.
Who's picking?
It's Mo.
Jeremy pick.
What game is this?
The Vikings Chargers game.
She's
Pay attention.
She's choosing the Chargers.
She's going with the Chargers.
And you know you're next.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
You're gonna go with the Vikings. The Watsons went with the Vikings. What is the Nate gonna do?
Oh, sorry. Hang on.
Oh, I should
got
say
it.
the Watson boys did. I know this one.
Did you hear that?
I heard this one last week.
Fight Vikings fight.
No, this is the Viking horn.
I know what it is.
So now it's Mo's pick first.
Didn't she just pick first last
No,
time?
I picked first. I went to Vikings. Now we have the Oakland Raiders hosting the Jaguars.
Jags.
Jags. Jags. What are you going with?
That's some two shitty ass teams
I know.
that can't seem to find a way to win. I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Alrighty. Nate, you gonna go with your son, or you're gonna pick the Jags?
So I found out that he's a Jared Cook follower, so now he's a more or less Saints fan. But I am going to go ahead and pick the Oakland Raiders over the Jaguars.
Oh, so he's one of those people.
He is a player fan, not a team fan, apparently.
Well, that just doesn't work for me.
No.
So I don't know about that.
It does. I'll always be a Jerry Rice fan.
This is true. You did like yourself some Jerry Rice back in the day.
Oh yeah.
6 and 7
What is-
Raiders. 4-9 Falcons. No, Jaguars. Never mind. Who the hell? What the hell am I looking at?
Left, right, circle, square,
4-9
bingo.
Jaguars. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Nate, he's just copying us now.
All right. So now it's your pick, Jeremy. The 49ers.
49ers are hosting the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Niners.
And Jimmy G, you trust, and Jimmy G won for you last week.
Yep.
What are you doing, Nate? That doesn't sound like a 49er.
It doesn't, but I'm getting that.
Sounds like a gold rush person.
It does, kind of, sort of, maybe.
Sounds like a pirate going after some gold.
Yeah.
Or maybe.
I am also going with the Niners.
Maureen's going with the Niners as well.
We all trust in Jimmy G this week. He showed us something that we didn't think he had. Nate, you're actually first up.
Say what?
Cowboys hosting the Rams.
Well, we all know who sucks.
A lot of people
I don't know, usually in porn.
in vacuums. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the Rams, Bob.
Really?
Yeah.
That's okay. I am also going with the Rams. What is the wifey going with, Jeremy? Hold on. I don't know that team.
Rams.
They an expansion team?
Yeah, they are. They're one of the XFL teams.
Ah.
Or the CFL.
So are you going with your Cowboys from back in the day?
Nope, I'm going with the Rams because the Cowboys cannot find a way to win.
God, can't you all just pick for yourselves?
Nope.
Hey, when I pick first, everyone follows me too.
So we got the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Buffalo Bills. I'm picking first, and I'm going with the Bills. I think they're gonna have a good showing. They're gonna they're making a run for the playoffs to make sure they stay in that fifth seat, if not increase their spot. Who's Mo going with?
Bills.
Who you going with?
Bills.
Nate, you going with the Steelers?
Nate's going with the Bills as well.
He's not wrong. Though in Duck Hodges we trust, but I really it's the difference of the team I want to win and the team that will actually win. You know what? No. You know what? No. No.
He's talked himself into this one now.
I am going to go with the Steelers. Because everybody picked Buffalo, right?
Yeah. I never flipped the screen.
Yeah, you haven't. I've been realizing this for a while.
Why didn't you say anybody tell me?
Why didn't you said anybody tell me?
It's way more entertaining this way.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Steelers. They're at home.
You're going to go with the Steelers?
I am. I think they have a chance.
Is that your final answer? 'Cause
Yeah.
once I press enter, you're
No,
not.
go ahead.
We're not,
Go. Yeah.
All right.
Nope, Nate overthought it.
Nope.
Yeah. He's losing this week again, boys and girls. He's losing this weekend. Okay. Last game, but not least, Monday. We have the Saints hosting the Colts.
Yes.
Maureen.
It's a bit nipply out.
Saints.
I mean nippy out.
Mo is going with the Saints.
What did I say? Nipple.
Jeremy.
Saints.
Saints. Nate, are you going to go with the Colts for the upset on Monday night? Or are you going with the Saints for a blowout win?
Well, the Saints did put up, 40-something points against the Niners?
I know, that's a lot of points. Do you think they have any points left in them? Is that a no?
No, I'm going to go with the Saints. Drew Brees is going to get that record this weekend.
I agree. And that wraps up all our picks. Sorry. that
Wait,
we
what
didn't-
about Thursday?
There's no
Don't have it.
Thursday night.
Remember?
We went over this. Remember the Bruins are playing.
I have a bunch of games I got to move around because we got a bunch of Saturday games coming up this week.
2 Saturday games.
Oh, the Saturday games.
Is it only 2?
Is it the Saturday games or the Saturday games?
Saturday.
Saturday?
Saturday.
Oh.
We have 3 Saturday games.
High five, Jeremy.
We have Texans, Buccaneers. Then we got a Bills, Pats. And then we have the Rams, 49ers at prime time on Saturday. And then the rest of them are on Sunday. And we have one Packers-Vikings on Monday. That should be interesting. But we will talk about those next week.
We will. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching, even though I think the majority of the viewers are the people at here hosting it. Next week will be our Christmas show.
It will be.
So, Ugly Sweaters. I have the perfect one for you.
Oh, you do?
I do. It's at Party City.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little more than I would want to pay.
But you found it right now.
Because I almost bought it for myself, but I decided not to get it. But it is the perfect one for you.
Aw.
So, yeah. Next week, Christmas show.
Yep.
We'll make our Saturday and Sunday picks.
Yes, we will.
Hopefully I'll find time to find more news.
Yeah, we'll have to find some interesting stuff. Let's hope something happens this week.
I already know my sport for next week.
Oh, really?
I will go ahead and tease you all, but it involves your feet.
Oh, is this the toe wrestling?
Maybe.
Oh, spot blown up. He has to find a new sport now.
It's fact. No, actually, I do know what it was. It's not that one. It involves a snorkel.
Ooh, feet and snorkel.
No feet, just snorkel.
Oh, just snorkels?
Yep. It involves a snorkel and involves some muddy water. So I have been Nate.
Are you teasing me with a good time?
I will always tease you with a good time. But thank you all for listening and watching and viewing and all that great shit. Find us on YouTube if you're listening to the show. Find us on Facebook if you're watching the show. If you're not watching the show, thank you for watching the show. And please recommend your friends. And if anybody wants to supply us with beer, we will post your shit on the back.
Yes, we will.
And wear your shirts.
Hey, don't forget, another Thursday night game ended before we were done.
You're right. And I got to go let a dog out to pee because I also have to pee, and maybe he'll poop, and he's wearing the cone of shame. I love you, Scout. Travis, it's been fun.
Good night, Nate.
Jeremy, thanks for coming in again.
Hey, it's fun when I'm in the state.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.
That's all, folks.
Loud noises!